Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
It's after bedtime, the kids are asleep, and the moms are out to play.
We're Dina and Kristen, the duo behind the Instagram account Big Little Feelings. I'm Dina. I'm a child therapist and mom of two who nerds out on all things neurobiology and psychology. And Kristen is a parent coach who wrangles 3 kids on a daily basis, here to give it to us like it is.
We weren't meant to do this parenting thing alone. Consider After Bedtime your village.
Follow After Bedtime with Big Little Feelings on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Well, you know what? You Louie fans, I got a place for you.
Us Louie fans?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, we've been looking for a place.
You got a place now. The Brisbane Festival in Australia, they're looking for over 10,000 people to play the kazoo for them so they can break the world record. And, of course, what is the best kazoo song but Louie?
Louie has a kazoo in it?
Oh, Pete, you never heard people always do the... Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah.
No, I wasn't ready for that this morning, but I kind of want to hear it again, BJ.
You only get it once, buddy.
What was that?
Yeah. That's my impression of a kazoo. Oh, yeah, you've never heard, like, people just, I don't know where I heard, like, Louie on the kazoo is like a thing.
I mean, I get it. It's such an easily recognizable hummer of a song.
Yeah.
But you're not saying they actually had it in the song, though.
Oh, no. That's
what I thought, too.
I thought you were saying that was like the most famous kazoo song.
Oh, no, it's a famous song that people love to play on the kazoo.
Yeah, because my first thought was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you know what? If he's bringing it up, he has to know the truth behind it. And I thought maybe I didn't realize that maybe they put a kazoo through like some kind of a weird distortion box or.
Yeah, my apologies for not being a little clearer. I can understand why you'd sit there and go, where is this idiot going now?
We need more rock songs to have kazoos in them.
Yeah. I don't know how many. I don't know how many are, but I don't know if
zero. I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's like one of the favorite songs people love to do on kazoo is Louie. And I don't know if there was a parade or festivals that I remember seeing that people would. It might have just been in one town I was living in at one time that said we're all going to play Louie on the kazoo.
When's the last time you even rocked a kazoo?
Oh,
right?
Man.
It's got to be over 10 years for me.
Yeah.
I actually saw one at a store the other day that I almost bought because I was like, Lily will find this funny. And then I was like,
was it like a specific type of kazoo?
I mean, it was just like a plastic.
There's more than one type?
Well, no, I thought it was like maybe it had like, insert her favorite TV show character on it.
No.
Oh, yeah. They
like a
got
Pez
that.
dispenser,
No, not at all. Like, just a toy one that I saw at like QFC, and I was like, I should buy that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think they used to have stuff like that back in the day when the kazoo was a little bit more popular.
Oh yeah,
they would have all
top dollar to
themes.
They have a custom kazoo. It's a crazy business that nobody's spending money on. Actually,
Steve, we got to do it.
No, we don't.
10,000 people are going to go to the Brisbane Festival, so that's 10,000 kazoos that are going to be needed.
Well, I'd imagine if you're going to a kazoo festival or a kazoo whatever, that you're showing up with your own kazoo.
Now, this is an Australia thing because apparently they want to break the record in Brisbane that was already held already done in Melbourne, where they had exactly 10,000 people. They all played the kazoo, and that is the current record. And Brisbane's like, well, we'll show you, Melbourne. We want to break the record.
So what, are you going to get one more person to make it 10,001?
I think that's all you need, right?
Yeah, but wouldn't you want to kind of like really stake your ownership on that and like get more than that?
You want to make it so that nobody will be like willing to do it again. So yeah, I'm with you. Maybe get 20,000.
But part of me also thinks it's funny if you just do 10,001, and it's like such a middle finger to the people in Melbourne because now they're like, oh, we have to assemble another gathering to get 10,002. That should be their thing every year.
Now, you said you really weren't familiar with Louie being kazooed up a lot. And apparently there's this old piece of audio that's gone viral of the Temple City Kazoo Orchestra, which, by the way, did not know there was such a thing.
Is this like a church-based group?
I don't know. Where is Temple City? Take it down.
I'm just assuming they're in a temple, but you're right. Temple City doesn't have to have anything to do with the temple.
I don't know if that's an Australian thing either, but here they are performing the classic 2001 Space Odyssey theme. Now, I haven't heard this, but I'm thinking it's the one where it's like, bah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's that one. They did this back in 1978.
So it's the Ric Flair theme for us wrestling fans.
Oh, I didn't know he came out to 2001.
Oh, yeah. When he comes
out. And you call it the Ric Flair theme? Sacrilege. Honest to God. I don't even want to hear it.
You gotta beat the man.
It is not it may be Ric Flair's theme, but sir, that is not the title of this.
No, but that's who made it great.
Okay, Ric Flair should have come out to this.
Old Ric Flair should.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's crapping his pants.
All right, so far I'm slightly impressed. This is the kind of thing you want to set a record for. 10,000 people, Steve. Let's do it. Come on.
This is the song you play when you want everyone to leave your house.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of torn because I hate it and love it at the same time.
This is bringing back the Barbie movie for me because they had a great scene in the Barbie movie that recreated this, where this scene was coming from in 2001 when this music was playing.
Everyone played it. Blink-182 came out to that when they played.
Oh, here we go.
You know, Green Days came out with that for American Idiot Tour.
It's such an iconic song.
It is. I love that. I want to do the kazoo one now. So.
Man, do you think when you wrote that song, you finish it and you hear it back, you're just like, this is amazing. Because it's so over the top and so freaking cool.
Who did that? I mean,
Ric Flair.
I mean, I don't know the person that created that for 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I feel like it's John Williams, but I'm probably wrong.
I don't think it was John Williams because I think it was a little bit before his time. Slightly. You may be right, though, Steve. It's right around the same ballpark area when John Williams was starting to do stuff. John Williams actually was doing... Was it John Williams?
No, Richard Strauss.
Oh, yes, Richard Strauss. Yes.
A lot of people called him the poor man's John Williams.
Ricky Strauss.
I have no idea.
Ricky Strauss.
Yeah.
Ricky Strauss.
And what was 2001? It's 1969-ish? 1968? 68.
Huh.
Yeah, and that was around John Williams' time. So, Steve, you weren't far off, but Johnny Williams, as he was going... No, don't laugh, you jerks. Do not laugh at Johnny Williams, because that's what he used to call himself.
Johnny Williams?
Johnny Williams, in the credits of Lost in Space, the old TV show, he did the theme for that show.
Steve.
And he was Johnny Williams back then.
You know, I forgot. I apologize for my ignorance.
Wow.
Here I am.
There's just so much happening in this break that I should be okay boomering you, but I'm the boomer here.
So what is the more over-the-top amazing piece of art music? Is it that? Is it the Star Wars theme? Is it the Superman theme?
Ooh.
I mean, those are all I feel like they...
Yeah.
I mean,
those are three great themes you've just put out there.
I mean, as a Rocky fan, I might even put like the
Oh, yeah.
Gonna Fly Now, not Eye of the Tiger, but like that bomb. Because when you listen to that full thing, it keeps building and it gets epic and more epic as it goes along.
Yeah, I would say that, 2001 was definitely like the bomb theme for 11 years. But then Star Wars came along and really, at least in the world of science fiction, Star Wars came along and that was a very recognizable theme.
I mean, then you also throw in the Death March, too. I mean, that's another one.
Are you talking about Vader? Yeah, the Vader.
Yeah. Johnny Williams.
Good old Johnny. You look, somebody get a screenshot of an old Lost in Space episode, and that's why I didn't realize it was the same guy, because it was Johnny Williams. It's just like, it's such a weird name for an orchestra guy.
It is funny that I can give two flying Fs about orchestral music in general, unless it's to like some kind of a movie. Like those are like, I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think about any other, like, I've never spent any time listening to like, some kind of an orchestra-based piece of music, but I'll listen to that, or I'll listen to Johnny Williams, or
good old Johnny.
Gonna Fly Now.
Dude, one of my best experiences, because I'm not an opera guy, and I don't like going to the symphony, but when the symphony plays like themes to either Star Wars or Star Trek, and then they show the images behind the orchestra as they're playing, and live performances of this stuff is really awesome.
I know tomorrow we're going to have our friend Matteo Messina on.
Oh, I know him.
And he's a composer from around here, but like he's all over the place, and he's more of like, a young, kind of a cool version of the Johnny Williams out there in a sense, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I wonder what he would have to say, like what he thinks is the most iconic of all those.
That's
like,
a great question we have to ask him.
I hope I remember by tomorrow. A lot's going to happen today.
All right, Vicky, write it down because we're both, sometimes, we forget things.
But that's like, I mean, which one would he say is the most iconic?
Oh, are we taking bets?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So tomorrow at 9:15 he's joining us.
Oh, boy, because
what do we want to bet?
Mateo's heard a lot of great stuff over his life.
Yes.
What does he think is the most iconic orchestral theme? Oh, boy, boy.
I think I'm going with 2001.
I agree.
I'm torn.
It's hard to argue with that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else out there that would beat that.
I'm basing this off of his Instagram. He recently saw like Indiana Jones with his kids, so I'm going to say the Indiana Jones theme.
What the hell is that one? I don't know that one.
I know it. I have it in my.
Oh, ba-ba-da-ba.
Yeah.
Is that orchestra in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's composed.
And then Jurassic Park. I only know this because there was a. Yeah. Please. Don't do that. There was a child, and I got in trouble for this, guys. And I should tell you this story because my hearing is not the greatest. Therefore, I speak louder than I think I am. There was a kid behind me at a convention, and he was a little kid, and there were a bunch of dinosaurs at this display. Every time he picked it up, he started screaming at the top of his lungs. The Jurassic. He was like this. And I am not making it up. He did it just like that. And after the 10th time, I thought I was just saying it quietly to the people at the game table I was at. I go, why? The parents are right there. Why can't they shut that kid up?
Why do you want him to shut up? This is amazing.
Dude,
you should do it with him.
It was so aggravating and loud and piercing. And I mean, I know he's a kid and I know he's having fun.
So what the parents say? Did they hear you?
I didn't know they heard me, but the whole table just got quiet. Like, because my back was to them, and the whole table was like embarrassed. And
somebody tell this kid to shut the F up.
And I really thought I was quiet when I said it, but you guys know me. I'm a lot louder than I think.
Oh, Texter has a good one. It says, it's Terminator. Duh, Steve. So that,
that's
right?
It's a good one, but I don't think he's going to name that.
No.
I don't think Mateo's.
I think Vicky's going to win because she did a research.
Yeah. She did a research. Why are you doing a research, man?
She did the research.
All right, we've. All right, so you're gonna. I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with a Superman. No, I'm going to go with Star Wars.
Star Wars.
You guys went with 2001. I'll go with Star Wars. Vicky's got the Indiana Jones theme.
Yeah.
All right. I think those are our guesses.
Okay.
Yeah. And
so maybe tomorrow we'll ask him that.
We have to remember now. Please don't forget. Oh, Vicky's writing it down. Well, she's writing it down because she wants to win.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And then we'll give him a kazoo. See what he can do with it.
Oh, I bet he could do something pretty awesome with a kazoo.
Yeah. Take it easy. I don't.
You know Mateo like I know Mateo.
Wow. I didn't know you were a magician, Mateo. Congratulations. A news reporter might have just asked the dumbest and greatest question of all time during a press conference. Steve is going to share that with you. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:20 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Palace Law for giving us the Migs Report. And today it's National Parents' Day Off. It's more like National Daughter's Day Off because your daughter's not here again today. But not for a fun reason.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. I obviously hope she's feeling better.
I think you're a parent that needs a day off. Do you need a day off there, buddy?
Oh, yeah, we're taking a day off today. We're going to go to the fair. We're just going to let Tatum run around, and we'll just meet up with her later.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, she's 3.5. What weird things could happen to her?
Yeah, nothing could happen. It is a weird time to have like a Thursday where you want to give the parents a day off. It's a nice idea, but how the hell could the parents take the day off today?
School's back in for a lot of parents. They're probably very happy that their kids in school and they get to go run around and frolic in the park. I don't know, whatever you want to do.
Is that what parents do when they
they frolic in the park?
Oh, okay.
It's also Gobstopper Day. I think an underrated candy.
I can't tell you if I've ever had one.
What? You would know because they take forever to suck.
Yeah, that's why I don't think I've had one.
It's just a jawbreaker, but smaller.
Is that what it is? That's what it's always been? It's just a jawbreaker?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Oh.
Everlasting Gobstopper.
It looked weirder in the movie. It looked like a little... It
did.
Yeah.
you're right.
So that's why I was like, I don't know if I want this.
No, it's just like a ball, and you put it in your mouth, and you just suck on it until it's ready to bite down on it.
Oh.
I always wanted sour Gobstoppers.
Yeah. They make them.
Did they really?
I have to.
Oh, I didn't think they did.
They make sour everything.
That's fair.
You know what I always loved, though, was the one that looked like a watermelon. That was one of those bigger looking balls. It was green.
Oh, yeah.
And you just kept sucking on, and then it would turn red.
Yep.
Are we talking about a Marvel character? You want green balls?
Oh, it's so good.
Everlasting Gobstopper, Willy Wonka, baby.
Well, I don't know how we could go from that conversation to Happy National Cream-Filled Donut Day.
Oh,
that's
yes.
love a good old Boston cream pie, right?
Yeah, you know what? No doubt about it. You've got Bavarian cream, Boston cream, and then you've got the white cream, which I know you may laugh, but there's those are 3 different donuts right there.
I'm not usually one that gets cream in my donut.
I love cream in my donut. I love it, man.
It's like jelly. You just don't know what you're about to embark on when you bite down. Is it going to be a crap ton? Is it going to get all over your face, or is it going to be like kind of a massive letdown? It's just like a little squirt of there.
Depends on the day.
Yeah, I want more cream in there. I want thumbnail. I want thumbnail worthy cream in my donut is all I'm saying. So that it just goes everywhere. It's so good.
Okay.
Well, I'm just
I thought we meant thumbnail. I was like, like a little bit of cream, and now I realize what you're talking about.
Well, exactly.
Let's move on to the next story.
By the way, Krispy Kreme's glazed white cream donut. I mean, granted, it's instant.
Are we still talking about donuts?
It's instant insulin, but yes, my pancreas is still mad at me for the last one I had, but it's so good.
So there was a press conference that was going on where a reporter was there. I guess they're announcing the capture of an escaped fugitive by the name of Danilo. And this story is kind of crazy because I got to imagine that Danilo is a shorter guy. Because in the press conference, the reporter decides to ask a question to the lieutenant that's doing the press conference. And BJ, you have to listen closely and also listen to his response. This is quite possibly the dumbest question that's ever been asked and the most abrupt answer to that question.
Any concern that he would team up with another small man to step inside of a trench coat, Little Rascal style? No.
Yes, he actually asked, was there any concern that they would team up together like the Little Rascals where one stacks on top of the other, puts the trench coat on, and escapes that way?
Oh, I wonder, did he legitimately think that would be a great way for a short dude to get away, is find another short dude, and you'd think he was a regular-sized dude?
He had to have lost a bet. Like, how do you ask that question?
I do like that there's just no nonsense, no.
Can we hear that one again? It's quick. Here it is again, the press conference with the world's dumbest question about the Little Rascals.
Any concern that he would team up with another small man to step inside of a trench coat, Little Rascal style? No.
And the guy sounds older.
Yeah.
He has like that old reporter voice guy.
I mean, you're right, Steve. I don't know. Because of the delivery, I don't know if he actually was serious or if he lost a bet. I gotta believe he lost a bet.
I'm not sure, but somebody's claiming that they're the reporter on Twitter said, I had to attend the Danilo press conference because I knew no one else would ask the questions that needed to be asked. Also, they were very polite in asking me to leave.
And for reference, he is shorter than I am, 5 foot.
He's 5 foot?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so he's just short-shaming the dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Imagine insult to injury. You got arrested and people are making fun of your height.
Yeah. It is not a bad idea, though. What if the guy escaped that way? Then who gets the last laugh?
Okay.
Or he gets a little kid.
What was it like? They one on top of the other, the trench coat, didn't they have like a fake beard?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Little Rascals had a brilliant idea. Does anybody know? I mean, I know they had the movie.
The movie did do this in it. So that's the only reason why I feel like some people maybe in their 30s get the joke.
The Muppets do it too. They do the Muppet Man where they like also do that and it's supposed to be one big guy.
Yeah, it's basically all from the Little Rascals.
Is it really?
Yeah. And if you on YouTube, they have classic old school Little Rascals episodes from almost 100 years ago, guys.
Wow.
It's nuts.
Years?
Wow.
Yeah, they're from the 20s.
That's crazy. So you get to relive your high school years.
Yeah, it's so great to go back and see all the people I used to hang out with.
Hey, shout out to our dude Mike McCready. You know him. He's from Pearl Jam.
Wait, that guy?
Apparently, according to some reports, they're saying that he's working on a rock opera about the Seattle grunge scene. Which, like we talked earlier about how you don't want to go to operas and stuff like that. I'm the same way. I would definitely be there for that. That would be a really fun kind of a piece to see like the story about all the bands and then incorporate some of their music done more of like an opera style.
Well, and is that what you think he means? Because I know the Who called Tommy a rock opera. It's hard to know what that means.
I guess I'm thinking even like Green Day with their American Idiot play. Like it was a rock opera. I'm not guessing like there's going to be some like Italian woman like going, oh, or whatever. But like,
well, you know what? I feel like I'm at the Seattle Rep. Wow.
You know, before I did radio, I was an opera singer.
I had no idea that you had such talent there. Look at you, Figaro.
He did. It was inspired because of Chris Cornell. He says, quote, I look at him as one of the greatest singers and songwriters of all time. Aside from being a friend, this project is just from my experience in the Seattle music scene, and he's a big part of it. And they're thinking about maybe even turning it into like a stage play.
And in a related story, Eddie Vedder just kicked Mike McCready out of the band.
Whatever. Everybody loves Chris Cornell. And also in other Mike McCready news, does anybody want to like maybe surprise me with a cool birthday gift? I'm more than happy to accept the Mike McCready signature Stratocaster guitar that they're selling right now.
Oh, really?
Seen this thing?
Where is
really
this?
Freaking cool! It's at all guitar stores and stuff. But it looks like his beat up Strat.
Oh,
it's done to look that way. I don't play the guitar, but this would be a pretty sweet piece to have hanging on the wall.
I agree.
And it's only $1,899. So if anyone wants to splurge, I'm more than happy to accept it.
Dude, if you're coming up with a theme room, like your game room or your she shed, your man cave, or whatever it is you've got that you have guitars as a theme, I think it's a worthwhile purchase, man.
Especially getting signed by him.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, now you're next leveling that. If you can somehow get Mike to put the old... Yeah.
Hey, if we're talking next level, let's talk about your Seattle Mariners.
Woo!
Big win yesterday afternoon. Place was packed, man. It was really cool to see that many people showing up on a Wednesday afternoon. It helped that they did discounted tickets. And also, more importantly, we are now 2-0 in the bet between BJ and yours truly, Steve Migs.
You're welcome.
I said this team will go 6-3 in the next 9 games. 2 games down, 2 wins. Let's keep it going, boys. Yeah. This is exciting.
Dude, you got a problem, though.
I know the Dodgers are next.
Yeah.
But hey, we just got to win at least one of them. If we could just win one of them. Because after that is the Oakland A's. And I feel like, you know what, they should be able to beat them guys.
You better be careful. September's a tough month with those bad teams.
When they bring in their pitchers that nobody's used to. I get it. But Mariners are looking a little scary. They were down 2-1. But then Julio Rodriguez, once again, showing why he's the hottest player alive. And that sounded a little creepy. He's the hottest player alive.
There he is.
Yeah.
Then they're being 2-2. Then they walk him while there's a player on.
That was
2 outs.
That was
kind of crazy.
Awesome to see that.
I think that's a rarity that even happens where somebody would do something like that. And then Cal Raleigh brings in a run. They tie the game up. And then this happens.
BB, and it's off the glove of Drury, and the Mariners have taken the lead. Teoscar Hernandez smokes one up the middle. It scores Julio.
He smoked one up the middle, BJ, just like college.
And look, I was not happy about this. I was watching that going, oh, God, if Teoscar gets to the plate, he's going to be pissed that they walked Julio because they take that as an insult. A lot of the batters after a dude that gets walked thinking like, oh, you think this is our best guy?
We'll pitch to you. We're fine with you.
Yeah, and I just knew Teo would be like, oh, yeah?
Oh, man, that was so freaking awesome.
Did you forget I've been having quite a hot month myself?
Yeah, dude, I know. He's actually been incredible. He extended his on-base streak to 28 games.
Yeah.
That's the longest since Robbie Cano did it back in 2016 for the Mariners at 34 games. So he's been having an incredible second half of the season.
It's been. I mean, look, the guys that you wanted to do stuff are really heating up. JP's doing well.
Yep.
Ty, I just want to see Ty France. Just come on, Ty, get it going, and you'll really make this offense a tough one. Come on, Ty, get it going, brother.
And shout out to La Piedra. Is that close?
Yeah. He pitched a good game. I'm a little worried.
Well, he allowed 2 runs, 3 hits.
Yeah, but
struck out 8. Got another win.
The home run ball has been kind of like... Now, granted, they're solo home runs, but I get a little worried as we get to playoff time. Giving up dingers is not something you want to see.
Of course not.
I'm just a little worried. You know me. I'm nervous. I'm just nervous because he's given up a few this year.
Well, the Mariners they got today off, and then they take on the Dodgers for the weekend series.
Yeah.
So. But hey... Toronto kept losing, so now we had the third place spot in the wild card race. So we're in third for the wild card. So the season ended today. We were good, and we're still keeping pace with Houston and also now Texas, who have been playing well because they're the team that's beating Toronto right now.
Yeah, and if you're a baseball fan, you're going to want to go see those Dodgers because they're a good team. Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman might be the best 1-2 offensive combo in baseball right now, as they both seem to be going back and forth trying to say who should win the MVP. Even though Acuna for the Braves Acuna's going to win it anyway, but. Those guys, if they can shut those two down, The Mariners have a really great shot at winning, but my God, Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman have just been ripping everybody to shreds.
What is Mookie short for? Is that just a nickname?
I
remember Mookie Wilson when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think...
Is he named after Mookie Wilson?
I should know this. I think you may be right, or is it Mookie Blaylock?
Mookie Blaylock?
I forget. I remember because he was on the Boston Red Sox, and I remember that when he first brought up. What was it?
His actual name is Marcus Lynn, but I don't know if...
So is that like...
I think it's Blaylock. I think that his mom called him Mookie for Blaylock, I think.
Oh, so she's a Pearl Jam fan, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, right.
That was their original.
Is that right, Vic?
Yeah, his parents began calling him Mookie after watching former NBA player Mookie Blaylock.
And so was Mookie Blaylock then named after Mookie Wilson?
Oh, you mean for the New York Mets?
Yeah, the Mets guy. Is it Mookie Wilson?
That's the most famous Mookie that I remember before Blaylock came on the scene because of that World Series.
Apparently, it was just a nickname that he got from one of his older sisters, and it stuck.
So what's Mookie's original name?
Darren.
Okay, I'm now really. Can I go by
At
Mookie?
least Marcus is close to Mookie, like
Mookie
they both start with M.
Mookie Migs. I'm changing the name.
That's a great name.
I like it. Hey, shout out to also Aaron Rodgers. He just did a post on his Instagram saying, please keep me in your thoughts and prayers as we begin the healing process today. The night is darkest before the dawn because, he ruptured his Achilles or tore his Achilles or whatever it is, and he's out for the season with the New York Jets.
Do you think he's going to try to come back?
I have a feeling that, at least right now, he has. Until he realizes maybe how much of a pain in the ding-ding that it is to recover from an Achilles tear. You never know. But he did say, the night is darkest before the dawn.
Do you give some of the money back to help the team this year? Like you show up?
No.
Wow, that was a very quick answer.
Absolutely not.
You're Aaron Rodgers. You've already got a lot of dough.
No.
Wow.
I got mouths to feed. I got bills to pay.
All right.
Then he said, the night is darkest before the dawn, and I shall rise yet again. Okay.
I would like to know.
He's Batman or Jesus. I'm not sure which guy he is.
Vicky, can you do any research and see if that contract's insured? Because what a beating that is because some teams don't insure those contracts and they just get wrecked.
He also said that he's proud of the Jets for winning on Monday night. Thanks, Aaron. That's all we want.
Yeah.
Is for you to be proud of us, Pops. Thursday Night Football tonight. Check out the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Minnesota Vikings. As far as weather, 74 degrees. Going to be sunny today. Thanks to Snoqualmie Casino for giving us the Migs Report.
And that's what's up.
That's what's up.
There you go.
And I will rise again.
Yeah, you will. That's like Batman. Bat Rogers.
Yep.
Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
What kind of animal is Wilbur in the book Charlotte's Web?
Wilbur is a pig.
Yes.
Just amazing, these impressions.
Thank you.
You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We're going to play Beat Migs. We'll do it at 6:50 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and, of course, a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
It's after bedtime, the kids are asleep, and the moms are out to play.
We're Dina and Kristen, the duo behind the Instagram account Big Little Feelings. I'm Dina. I'm a child therapist and mom of two who nerds out on all things neurobiology and psychology. And Kristen is a parent coach who wrangles 3 kids on a daily basis, here to give it to us like it is.
We weren't meant to do this parenting thing alone. Consider After Bedtime your village.
Follow After Bedtime with Big Little Feelings on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. All right, big news, baby, big news. People have asked. And normally we don't listen because normally we're like, look, dude, what do you think, we run things around here? But actually, we were invested in this idea that maybe live day should be live night or live any other time than when we have to do the morning show.
Right.
Yeah, because, to be at Snoqualmie Casino and not to be able to, just have a beverage, have an amazing buffet, and have a great time, it's hard to do when they want us to do our job at, so early in the morning.
And also just unfair for the working folks. They got to take the day off. They got to show up at 6 a.m. Next thing you know, they're having too much to drink, and then the entire day is shot, and they got to go to work the next day.
Yeah.
We changed it, BJ.
Yeah, we did, because first off, instead of, sometime in the middle of the week, Live Day is going to happen on a Friday, November 17th. And instead of having to figure it out like at 7 in the morning, how about we're doing it at 7 at night? Live Day goes to prom night. And you're like, what does that mean? Well, what that means is, gosh darn fun. Oh, yeah. Everything's going to be live. The sound effects, the music, special guests. It will be broadcast on KISW. So that's all the same, except you don't have to take a day off. You get to go into the weekend the most awesome way possible.
Speaking of special guests, confirmed, our friend Micah D. Beast is going to be joining us with his ukulele. He was a big hit last year at Live Day, and this time around, he'll be performing songs that you should never play at a prom.
Oh, I'm excited about this.
Oh, some of them are winners.
Yeah, and the theme is prom night, so get dressed up. We're going to get dressed up. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Since we're opening it up to a Friday night, tickets are going to go quick. So make sure you get your tickets now. They're on sale at snocasino.com.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs?
Let's do this.
Let's go.
I know Dan from Seattle is. Dan, are you there?
I am. Good morning.
Good morning. Steve, get out of here.
Okay, goodbye.
For those playing at home, Dan has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you do only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, and what other president make up Mount Rushmore?
Pass.
What popular 90s TV series did actor Krista Flockhart star in?
Callista,
excuse me.
Pass.
What country does The Jungle Book take place in?
Africa.
No.
Pass.
What famous rock band has a one-armed drummer?
Def Leppard.
Correct. What planet is closest to the sun?
Mercury.
Mercury, yes. The Disney movie The Princess and the Frog takes place in what American city?
Ooh.
Chicago.
No.
No, sir.
San Francisco.
Nope.
No, sir.
LA.
No.
Okay.
Taco Bell's longest standing slogan was think outside the what?
Box.
No.
No, sir.
Bun.
Yes.
There you go.
What number is spelled with the same amount of letters as the number itself?
7.
No.
3.
No.
So sorry, sir.
That is 1, 2, 3 correct.
I have a magic trick based on that question, actually. It's old school magic trick, and that's why the trick worked. Yeah, buddy.
Magic, huh?
Yeah, buddy.
Is that how you impressed all the ladies?
You know what, Vicky? I wish I could say that was. I really do, but it really wasn't. I did have one trick that actually was pretty cool with the ladies. That they were like, "Wait, what?" Just because
Was it when you disappeared? Dang it! Yes, we were on the same wavelength.
You both are such good friends to me.
All right, Steve, are you ready?
Ah, yes.
George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Theodore Roosevelt, and what other president make up Mount Rushmore?
George Roosevelt.
No.
Wait, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and what was the other one?
Roosevelt, and what other president make up Mount Rushmore?
How about Roosevelt, Steve?
Oh man, I can't think. Adams?
No.
Jimmy Carter.
Kennedy.
No.
I can't think of it.
Wow.
What popular 90s TV series did actor Callista Flockhart star in?
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
No.
No, sir.
Callista Flockhart starred in crap, pass. I'm brain farting on
Yeah, you are.
What country does The Jungle Book take place in?
Africa.
No.
No, sir.
America.
No.
Canada.
No.
These are all great countries.
What famous rock band has a one-armed drummer?
The Def Leppard.
Yes. What planet is closest to the sun?
Mercury?
Yes. The Disney movie The Princess and the Frog takes place in what U.S. city?
New Orleans.
Yes.
Nice.
Taco Bell's longest-standing slogan was "Think outside the what?"
Bun.
Yes.
How do you do?
2, 3, 4. Squeak by with a win. 4-3.
Oh, Dan, I'm so sorry.
Princess and the Frog was his undoing.
That was it. And I didn't know it was New Orleans either, Dan, so I cannot fault you for that.
Was it Ally McBeal?
Yes, it
was Ally McBeal.
Can I hear the question again?
What popular TV series did actor Callista Flockhart star in?
I thought you said something. What popular teen TV series?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I don't know. And then it really kind of like that mess. I heard it in my head that way. It wasn't you.
Yeah, that show had one of the first viral spreading things. Do you remember what it was?
Dancing Frog.
Close, but not the frog.
Dancing Baby.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
That was one of the first viral things I remember, in the early days of the internet, was that damn dancing baby. And it was a CGI baby just dancing around. Ally McBeal, granted, if you're a dude's dude, maybe you didn't like that show, but God, that was such a good show.
She wore miniskirts.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that she wasn't attractive. It's just, it wasn't a dude show, but it was very clever. I love that show.
It was super popular for a minute.
Yeah. A lot of women dug that show.
Who's the guy? Gil Bellows.
Oh, Gil Bellows, good call.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many good people on that show. And Boston Legal, I think, created by the same dude. And I can't remember. Kelly, I think his name is.
Robert?
I have no idea.
Something Kelly. Yeah. But I mean, that was
We've lost Danny
show.
and Vicky.
You guys, Danny would have loved Ally McBeal.
Like, literally the only thing I know about her is that she wore really short miniskirts.
Dude, Ally McBeal was legit. I think you two would. I would love to see if it would stand up for you guys if you'd find those entertaining shows.
Is it even anywhere to watch?
Oh, it's got to be somewhere, right? You've got to have Ally or Boston somewhere. It's one of William Shatner's greatest works, Boston Legal. Both those shows, David E. Kelly. Yeah, he's the guy that made those shows. And for a while, he was like the man. He was the dream dude, like as far as he was the it guy to make really successful TV shows in the 2000s, I think, is when he was the guy.
All right, Mr. Smutty Pants, do you know what the other president was that makes out Mount Rushmore?
Yes, it was Tommy the J, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
I just brain farted it, but now
I feel like Kennedy. You feel like Kennedy should be up there, but it was like after that was made before his time.
No, that was a dumb guess. I just threw that out there because I was just
Kennedy
like,
should
name a
be
president.
I think Kennedy should be up there, right?
They should add more presidents to the mount.
Dude, I would support that.
Yeah.
Then it would become it would be an epic attraction because it's really unimpressive when you go by it.
It would be unimpressive.
What if it did every president?
Yeah.
And you just kind of keep going and going.
I like that idea.
That'd be pretty interesting.
I like that idea. The whole mountain is just like a bunch of faces.
It'd make me want to run for president one day, I tell you.
Oh, is that what it's going to take? You being a mountain?
Yes,
That's the only
if it
reason you run?
guarantees my face is on a mountain.
I wish I could criticize you because there are other reasons people want to be president, and they're not they're not as horribly greedy as that.
That would be the first order of business if I became president. Like, all right, time to put my face on Mount Rushmore. Like, that's not how it works. I'm like, I'm the president. That's what we do.
Sir, you got to be dead. We only do it. It's the dead president mountain.
I'm changing the rules. I'm signing off on it. My face needs to go there. Could you imagine if a president pulled that move?
Hey, there's a lot of bad things a president could do. I would accept that. You know what I mean? Of all the different presidents been around that have done things that people go, dude, really, are you doing that? I would take if that was the worst thing you were going to do. I'd be like, okay, he's harmless. Let him do that. Who cares what he does to a stupid mountain, as opposed to maybe like F up our economy.
And I'd want mine to be like a profile shot with my thumb on my nose and sticking my tongue out.
Wait. Why,
to the other presidents.
Why do you make it worse? Just have a picture of you. Why is it going to be that?
All of this is worse, okay?
If you want people to show up, you got to make it special, man.
Oh, really? So if you do the old...
I was going to flip them off, but I was like...
they should just do some sort of like hologram over your face to give you different makeup every day, so you can be like Kiss, Gene Simmons makeup one day, and then
hell?
Next day. I mean, just do a holograph.
You guys are ruining a traditional monument. Oh, we want it stone, man.
Thank you. That's how I want it, with my hand doing that.
What does that mean when you put your thumb up to your nose and you wave your finger?
I don't know, like F off, kid.
Well, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So why not middle finger at that point?
Because then that's a little vulgar and it's not fair for the children.
That's vulgar as opposed to the old school F off kid.
Well, that's not a middle finger. It's just my finger on my thumb on my nose, and then I got the little hand thing going.
You know what? I do understand the concept of what you're doing. I know what you're doing, Steve, but if they both mean the same thing, okay.
If they can make my tongue move, that would be pretty sweet.
Oh, that would be awesome if your tongue would just be sticking in and out of that.
And what does that mean?
Contempt.
Oh, yeah.
That's all it means is contempt?
Yeah, but it's also known as cocking a snoot. Snook, excuse me. Yes.
Oh, that sounds very British.
Yeah. It's very British.
Oh, hello. Okay. Honestly, sometimes I sit next to you. I'm not understanding what is happening, but like the simplest things just give you joy.
Would you not be fired up if all of a sudden they're like, we're unveiling our new president to the
and it's you,
Mount Rushmore, and it's me
with your hand to your nose doing the British whatever it is.
That's
contempt
full blown
sign.
Idiocracy right there.
It surely is. I probably wouldn't go because I'd be too busy baiting. So
okay.
I couldn't make it. Yeah. Okay. Hey, if you've got a relationship problem or a problem at work or anything else where you need advice, this really isn't the place you should be turning to after that conversation. But you know what? I get it. You don't got any money, and we will take any dumb question. And yesterday we had a pretty dumb one, I think, didn't we? We answered that pretty well. So if you've got a dumb question or a real problem, we're here for you. Call us, text us, 206-803-ROCK. We're doing Help Wanted, and we're going to do that at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. Is your relationship going sideways?
Have a family issue? Problems with your coworker?
Do you need advice? We're here to help. No problem is too dumb. No dilemma is too silly. This is Help Wanted with BJ and Migs.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. So what is Help Wanted? It's simple. For years, we've been getting phone calls, texts, messages from the Rockaholics who have been they've been in tough spots and they need some help. And they think for some reason we can be helpful.
We're very helpful.
Aren't we?
I mean, I think we help the therapeutic industry out because people realize our advice is awful and they need to actually see a professional.
You know what? That is the one good thing we do. We send you running to the professionals.
Yes.
And if you have a relationship problem, a problem at work or anything else, and we don't care how dumb it is, you call us or text us, 206-803-ROCK. It is Help Wanted.
We got to get to this one because it got texted in while we were in the middle of our break, and it's about the list. My boyfriend and I moved together, and we already have trust issues. He doesn't trust me around his computer.
Yeah.
He said he has things on it that is part of his past and is none of my business. One of the things he doesn't want me to see is, quote unquote, the list.
I don't even know what this list is. What
do
you mean the history? Is that what she's talking about?
He keeps a list of all the girls that he has slept with, including one-night stands.
Nice.
I asked him how many there have been, and he doesn't want to tell me because, quote, it will hurt me. He's revealed that it's a number between 10 and 50. I've asked him to delete the list, but he said that if he gets up...
Why would he have this conversation with her? This is, he does not have good friends.
I'm ready to give up.
Yeah, I mean, he's an idiot just because if he had friends and he came to us with this whole list and stuff, and he's like getting ready to be serious, we would counsel this boy. I mean, that's what men will do. Tell me more. Tell me more. Already, I'm ready to shoot this guy.
She said, I asked him to delete the list, and he said that if he gets a weird disease in the future, he can always refer back to it.
Oh, that's actually pretty brilliant.
Should I drop the matter, or should you drop the boyfriend?
What disease can you get in the future
that didn't show up
already?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
His logic is really stupid.
I don't know. I think he's making a lot of sense. He's very responsible. And he has that way for networking purposes. If the chlamydia just randomly shows up, he'll let all the girls know.
That does happen, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. The future chlamydia is a horrible thing.
Yeah, sometimes, it takes like 17, 18 months before it really kicks in.
So this is a message from the girlfriend. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. The boyfriend and her just moved in together.
Okay, I'm going to let Vicky take first shot because I feel like, you know what? Girl to girl. Vicky, any advice you have for this fine person?
Well, first off, your boyfriend's stupid. Why would he admit this to you? Like, you can hide this anywhere on your computer unless you really don't trust your girlfriend and think she's going to go through every single file on your computer. Why are you telling her this?
Because he just wants to let everything out there, man. He's not hiding anything from her. I think this is a man of integrity.
Except he doesn't want her to look at the list or go. What if he banged her mom? We don't know. Maybe that's why.
Oh, wow. That would be tremendous to have her mom on the list.
I'd love to see the notes on this list. Do you think it just says the names, or does it have, like, these are the things that we did?
It's such a geeky guy thing to do. Like, I would do that with baseball cards and comic books. This guy at least had a life where he actually interacted with people and has he does the geeky stuff for, like, real life sexual trysts.
I've known girls that have kept this.
They have a list?
I have a list. Yeah, I have a list as
well. You have a list too, Vicky?
Yeah.
Of all the dudes you banged?
Except I put them all in order by number and a picture.
I don't have that energy.
But it's in a folder.
I try
hidden from everybody.
I try to keep a word file of all the matches that I've had in wrestling, and that lasted like a couple of matches. I was like, I forgot. Screw it.
You're not.
I'm not a list guy.
You're not a geeky guy. You wouldn't. You won't do fantasy football. You'll do none of that because it just requires too much work.
Well, I like to start it. I just never finish it.
Yeah.
See, I have lists.
I think that's exactly what I said. Yeah.
I remember hanging out with a girl in college. Her name was Lisa, and I remember we were making out, and then we went back to her place, and she pulled up her computer list. She had like and I'm like, what is that? She's like, this is my list of the guys that I've had sex with. I'm like, so does this mean I'm about to be put on the list? Like, I was very confused, and we didn't. Like,
congratulations.
No.
You didn't get on the list?
I didn't go. I did not want to be a part of that.
What?
It just felt weird.
Oh, not to. Well, see, you
was
must
kind
have
of a
had
buzzkill.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I mean, you could. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have had as much of a problem if we hooked up and had fun, and then she pulled up the list like, before I forget, and let me get your name in there. But like, it was just weird. Like, okay, what are we doing here? Like, why'd you need to pull up the list right now?
You have higher standards than me because I didn't get
very low.
My
standards.
Your standard. I thought we were equal standards, but the only thing that would keep me from having sex with a woman is if she was dead. Otherwise, I think I'm ready to go.
Well, at least you do have standards.
I have standards. It's like, are you breathing? Oh, okay.
I mean, because some of us were wondering.
Yeah, no, if you're not breathing, I think I can't do it. Otherwise, because I didn't have sex much. I would. So good for you that you had some integrity. I will not be part of this list.
I just didn't know what to do at that point. It just kind of threw me off guard.
I love her.
Yeah, it was weird. And not a lot of people had computers, so that was also the impressive part back in those days. You had to go to the library, use a computer.
I have to tell you something. I always wanted to be with an experienced woman because then I knew the pressure was off on me. It would be like, okay, I don't have to be the one to like be the one to do the right thing and make you happy because I don't know what I'm doing. So if she knows what she's doing, fantastic.
So he said, hey, that's not true. You can get certain like infections and also can get cancer years later from something.
And what is he going to do? Is he going to go back and ask?
Or
maybe, go tell him.
Maybe, hey, I just found out I have something. Yeah. You might want to just double check, because they do say there's certain like sexually transmitted infections that take a while. They're like that maybe don't show up all the time.
Yep.
I know that I'm blanking on what it's called, but there is one that can cause cervical cancer.
HPV, that's the one. Yeah.
But I don't know what it could do to dudes.
Hey, spoiler alert.
And some people don't even know they got it.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Even when tested. Yeah.
Get the shot.
I got news for you.
What's that?
Is since you don't know, since it's going to take a while, since we don't know if these things show up later, here's a quick tip. If you're banging a bunch of people in your life, I would go to my doctor and go, I bang a bunch of people in my life. What do I need to do?
And also, how would you know who he got it from?
But who cares who he got it from? The idea being is that, you're right, Vicky. I think we're saying the same thing. The list is irrelevant at that point.
Sounds like a pretty stand-up dude, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And he's very meticulous.
I
think they both sound kind of dumb, to be honest.
Here's what I would say: if you have to,
I'm kidding.
I will say this to the because you're the woman's writing into us, right?
Yes.
So it's the woman. So what I will say to this is that
It's the third time you asked.
Yeah, I want to be clear. Before I take a dump on anything, I want to be clear I'm taking a dump on the right person. Because, she listens to the show, so she's asking us for advice. Look, this is going to be a long-term relationship. This is going to be somebody who you're going to live with, your ride or die, all of that. And you have to look at yourself in the mirror and go, as we're saying how dumb this guy is, this is the person you're choosing.
But also, let's not let her skate free. Look, I'll much love for listening. But
okay, there we go.
The first line right there. My boyfriend and I moved in together. We already have trust issues. Why are you moving in with someone that you might have trust issues with?
Oh, you and I are saying the same thing.
Right.
Look in the mirror and realize you chose this.
This isn't all his fault. Yeah, and yeah, maybe he's a goober for being like, I have a list and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, you moved in with this guy.
That's true.
It sounded to me, though, I thought they moved in together thinking everything was great, and then all this happened.
You could be right, but I get a feeling that there's already been this seems to be a trust issue.
And I'm going to tell you this, Vicky. There are, on average, women are very, very alert and aware of BS. But at the same time, a lot of those same type of people will put blinders on to have the life that they want. I want to move in and I want to have this romantic thing. So, I feel like, yeah, this is your call, girl. You did this. You know this. You probably knew there was some red flags. So why did you want to move in so quickly with this guy?
Delete the list. Because by deleting the list, that means that deletes that he ever had sex with anyone else.
We got Thomas in Oak Harbor who wants to say something about this. Thomas, 206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. Thomas, you're on the Rock.
Hey, good morning, fellas. How are you?
Not too bad, Thomas. What you got, buddy?
So here's the thing. My ex-girlfriend, my ex now for this exact reason.
Okay. By the way, to the texter, to the one that wrote in about this, the keyword ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Just know this story has led to him no longer being with this person. Go ahead, Thomas.
Yeah. So the whole question of, is it okay to go into somebody's messengers? Because I found from my ex.
Whoa. Are you saying that's what you did? Did you violate her privacy?
Yes.
And can I ask you this, Thomas? What led you to think that that's something that you should have done? Why did you think I need to do this?
Because I knew she was sleeping around. And
how did you know that?
By checking my text messages.
Yeah, Steve makes a good point. How did you know before you violated her privacy, which is not a cool thing, even if you know you're right? What made you, what evidence did you have to go, something, I know you're sleeping around and I'm going to prove it. You had to have some proof beforehand, or was it just suspicion?
Oh, yeah, there was. It's kind of a whole story. It's where when we first got together, first started dating, I'd never been in her messenger before, but...
Yeah, but if you can nutshell it for me, what made you believe you should violate her privacy? It's an easy question.
Because I've been in her messenger before because I worked with her.
Wait. You've been in her messenger before, and literally while you're with her in messenger, you see indications of her cheating on you while she's there voluntarily letting you look at her messenger stuff?
No, she wasn't there. I worked for her. She owned her own business, right? And had all
and she let you have her passwords and everything?
Yeah, because she was kind of stupid and kept her personal business with her professional
Okay, so you saw that. So
I know. We're in a relationship. We also work together. Here, have access to my computer where I'm talking to other dudes. That's one of
that is. So you saw evidence then. So let me ask you something. Why didn't you run at that point? When you saw evidence of her being the way she was while you had access, free access to her, why did you not just go? Why did you stay in the relationship then?
I ask myself that question now. Why did I do that?
And you know what, Thomas? That is and look, I appreciate the call. The reason I bring that up, and this is to the texter, you've got to see red flags, and you have to understand when you ignore your red flags, it's not the other person's fault. They were exactly who they were. You saw who they were. You know this guy, Mr. List. You know who he is. You know the kind of person that he is. You know that he would be the kind of dope to keep a list. And you still decided to be with him, which is then your call. You have to own that.
Can't we just applaud the guy for he's being honest? Here he is. He doesn't think he's doing anything wrong. I got a list. I'm not with these people anymore. But hey, you asked the question. This is my list. I don't want you looking at it because it might make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Is he honest, or is he giving you something that's not as bad as what's actually on his computer?
Oh, I guarantee there's it's double the number. I don't think he's telling the truth.
There's something worse on that computer.
Give him some credit for being honest. I don't think he's fully honest, but
some credit.
Why do you have it on your computer, by the way? Just keep it in a journal somewhere that she can never find.
Geez, here we go. This is
just keep your list with your mistress. That's what you should do.
Yeah, along with your little black book.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of this is where you've got to do some soul searching, and I'll end it on this. You need to have somebody ask you the right questions. Why are you with this person, and why does this bother you? You really have to ask those questions, because at the end of the day, you can only take care of you. You're not going to change him. He is who he is. And I wish he had better friends, because if he had better friends, you probably wouldn't even know about this list, and he might have even deleted the list because his good friends would have said, dude, what are you doing? If you really like this girl, if you really want this to be long-term,
get rid of the list.
Get rid of the list. You're an idiot. Don't worry about your sexually transmitted diseases. Go to the doctor and get checked up and tell the doctor everything you've done so that you don't pass anything on to her without her knowing. That's the best you should do as a guy. He's an idiot, and he just needs friends to tell him that.
I think he's just using that as an excuse. Like, I mean, is he hoping that he could look back fondly on the list and just reminisce about the times that he banged Sheila? I mean, is that what it is?
Well, dude, Sheila is pretty special.
I mean, does he have pictures in this list? I would not doubt that. Because, I mean, what do you need? And truly, you don't need that list. You can kind of just remember who you had.
So when he's 90 and forgets everything, he can go back and...
Be careful what you say, because you might get questioned. Oh, really? You don't need a list? You got a good spank bank there, Stephen?
No, I'm just saying.
Who's in the bank, Stephen?
If you spend a moment in your head, you can be like, oh, yeah, that person.
Stephen, do not keep... I'm trying to save you from awkward conversations later. I don't need a list. I remember everybody. I've got a photographic memory.
Yeah.
It's like Mambo number 5 in here, but sex style.
I just have a scrapbook of pictures.
That's all.
Okay. Yeah.
I just have a secret room like Robin Williams and whatever, 10-minute photo, whatever that
They're
movie
not
was.
naughty pictures. They're just pictures of their faces from their Facebook profile page. It's not weird at all, guys.
No, they're not trophies Dexter style. Do not look at me that way. No. Yeah, this is bad. That's very bad. All right, well
best of luck to you.
Good luck to you.
How long is the lease?
I'm telling you right now, these kids need good fathers. Because
Are you willing to be her daddy?
I will. You know what? Well, it depends. Both of us could cover that duty. I would be the early morning daddy. You could be.
I'm late night daddy.
Yeah, I think we could get it covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever they need. All right. That would be a weird way for us to make some cash, but I'm willing to do it. And that is a hell of a segue into this, because we're wondering, what was the weirdest way that you've ever made some cash? Because there's a cool online chat about this. And you know us, we're going to talk about that. It's 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another listener question. How do I rebuild my credit after filing bankruptcy?
You rebuild it, one creditor at a time by making your payments on time on your rent or your mortgage, by continuing to make car payments on a car that you keep during your case. You can also, as I said, you can almost always get a credit card almost immediately after filing bankruptcy. Sometimes it's a secured card, and it'll almost always have a really high interest rate on it. But you could get a small balance credit card and charge a tank of gas or a dinner once a month on that and make the payment, pay it off every month, and that'll help you build a credit history one creditor at a time, and will help you rebuild your credit over time.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
It's after bedtime, the kids are asleep, and the moms are out to play.
We're Dina and Kristen, the duo behind the Instagram account Big Little Feelings. I'm Dina. I'm a child therapist and mom of two who nerds out on all things neurobiology and psychology. And Kristen is a parent coach who wrangles 3 kids on a daily basis, here to give it to us like it is.
We weren't meant to do this parenting thing alone. Consider After Bedtime your village.
Follow After Bedtime with Big Little Feelings on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. There was a great chat on Reddit where a user asked, what's the weirdest way you've ever made some extra cash?
Oh, this should be good because we're already getting some people who are texting in with some of the weird ways that they've made cash, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah, side hustles are a thing, man.
Yes.
Especially, I feel like young Gen Xers and millennials have been doing this for a long time where I never wanted a side hustle. I only ever wanted one job, and everything I would do would be about that job.
Oh, 100%. Those days are over.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
It is baffling to me that side hustles are just a thing and nobody is in trouble for it. And I have to get my head wrapped around that because I feel like you're a bad employee if you've got a side hustle.
Yeah, I don't think that's the way it is anymore. And sometimes
Right.
they're like, some things are like a hobby that I didn't even realize. Because I was like, now I don't do a side hustle. And I realized, oh, wait, my side hustle is putting on spandex and pretend fighting my friends. Like, I actually do like get a couple dollars here and there from that. Does it help me pay my bills? No, but it does help cover like my going to training and buying some stuff.
See, I think that's different than people who really do think of them as a career.
But there have been a few instances where we're like a little bit low on cash because of like certain repairs that had to be done or whatever. And I was like, and it just so happened like it was around the time when I got to do the AEW, and they sent me a nice check for doing the AEW extra work and being on their television show AEW Dark. And it was like, oh man, if we didn't get this would have been a real struggle this month for our bills. It was really nice.
So let me ask you this, and I'm going to ask Danny and Vicky, because do you still consider it a hobby? Steve, more than like it's a side hustle.
Oh, it's my full-time job, man. What are you talking about? I'm a professional wrestler.
I forgot about that.
No, I view it as a hobby that I treat like it's a job. And that's how all my hobbies have ever been. Like from drumming to hockey, I always try and put my best foot forward, understanding in my head that, yeah, I'm not a pro at this, but I definitely want to know that I'm giving 100% to anything that I do. Because that's just a mindset that I have.
I always wondered about you because when you got back with Bruiser Brody for a while, which, you guys did some great, great music. And I often thought, here's what I was thinking in my head. Because again, I'm old school. I'm like, if this career takes off for Steve, I could see him just deciding, you know what, I'm going to be traveling with the band. And because you can make money if you're a successful band.
Which is funny because my thought was, there's never going to happen. But then when the moment, it wasn't anything where it was like a career changing kind of thing. But I remember when we did those shows with Steel Panther, those shows went so well. They're like, we want to bring you guys to Europe.
Dude, I thought it was
us.
over. I really thought it was. I thought you were going to leave the show because I thought Steel Panther, thinking that you guys, because first of all, I liked you guys, and I thought, what do I know about music? But I think Bruiser Brody's awesome. And then when Steel Panther gave you that nod, I'm like, would these guys go, hey, we could make a career out of this?
I mean, I personally was just like, that's cool that they even thought of us. But I was like, I got a job, I got a life, I got a family. Like, there's no way. And also, I think Danny probably would agree. Like the days of like thinking you can make it in music are so. I mean, it was hard even back in the day. I think it's even harder now because you're not even making money off of record sales. Record companies aren't splurging and backing up a Brinks truck for a band just to get them on their label. Like those days are gone. It's a hustle if you're an up and coming band. I give all the credit in the world to any band that tries to make that their full-time career because that takes a lot of work. And just to quote, I think the great Danny Glover from Lethal Weapon, I'm too old for this S.
Well,
but Danny's side hustle.
Because Danny's not too old.
He's emo night man.
Yeah.
And I look, I don't know about emo night DJs if that's ever their full-time job.
Oh, it is.
Oh, okay. So,
Yep.
Well, probably the lady running it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she's built an empire.
She has built an empire.
So, Danny, let me ask you this:
What's that?
do you consider that a side hustle or just a hobby?
See, it's funny. I was going to say that I think that it's the same kind of way. I think that millennials and younger just kind of think that of side hustles as just completely different things. For me, I thought the same way you did. It's like you have your career and you only focus on your career. And I would just find things that I found interesting and kind of do those on the side, never thinking I was going to make money for them. But now it's like, I think about it, it's like my career was a side hustle at one point, which was, I didn't ever think that I was going to be in radio. I thought I was just going to do it part-time. And here I am,
You wanted to be a full-time Hot Topicer.
Exactly. 13 years later, and I'm still doing this. And it's kind of the thing of like, I wasn't ever going to emo night with the intention of creating a side hustle. I just liked going. And then it was kind of like this opportunity came to where I could DJ and make some money from it. And I was like, this is awesome. Like, why? But I wouldn't do.
I would have done this for free.
I would have done this for free. Yeah.
But we don't tell those people that are giving you money that you would do that.
Yeah. So right now I still consider it just a hobby that I just make some extra coin from, and it's awesome. Like, it doesn't take away anything that I do from my normal job. So it's actually, and I've found a way to. I think that they both kind of go hand in hand in some sense of it.
That's what makes it fun. And it's similar with the wrestling. That I say, I had a chance to meet listeners who also like wrestling. So it's like we have a common interest, and then I'm getting to do this fun thing, and then I get to chat with them after the show or before the show, which to me is really like, that's some of my favorite times, of just BSing with the people who come out who are like, I heard about it on the radio. I'm not even a wrestling fan, and I showed up just to see I'm sure you get that with emo night.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just wanted to see what it was about, and I'm going to be back next month. I'm like, hell yeah, that's fun.
Well, and it's one of those things for me, like, I would have never go out and look for a side hustle that I didn't enjoy. Like, go work at the mall again. Like, that's past my point of like wanting to do that just to make money.
Can collecting business that I was thinking about doing?
Not really.
Yeah, I feel like side hustle is something you love. Otherwise, you'd call it a part-time job.
Yeah.
If it's something, if you didn't love it, but you just had to make ends meet, like some people have to have multiple jobs to make ends meet. I think that's different than a side hustle.
It just depends on who you ask.
Yeah, because a lot of people.
I never viewed what I do as a side hustle, but then when I realized, I'm getting paid for it, like, and it is kind of like I do have to hustle to make that money. And I was like, oh crap, okay, I guess in a weird way it is, but I never thought of it that way.
Well, and a lot of people call like DoorDash and Uber a side hustle, and that's not it. That's not something anyone's interested in.
That's why I think the word side hustle, the phrase side hustle, and the word hobby are two different things, because there are people that are hustling on the side to get somewhere, and then there are people who have a hobby that, like if you get paid, that's great, but you just know it's a hobby.
I totally get what you mean. Like, that's why I joke about like I would do this crap for free that I'm doing on the weekends.
And you have done that for free back in the early days.
Oh, there are times where like I still do certain things where I'm like, don't worry about like to put it towards whatever the charity is that's happening, but like. Yeah, but I'm not going to out and out say like, dude, you don't have to pay me. Because then it's like, also, I feel like that devalues the people who are trying to make money doing this, because it's like, well, we could get Steve to do it for free. Why are we going to pay this dude that's actually trying to make their way? I think all of us. It's not like a union mentality, but kind of like,
like
I think, we're putting our bodies on the line. We're busting our tails. Like, we should all get compensated for it. And one person walking and be like, I'll do it for nothing, kind of devalues that.
Yeah. I mean, I get why somebody would want to do that. But if you get to the point where people like what you do, you should be paid.
100%.
Yeah.
And I always say, if you're if you have any reason for why people are purchasing tickets, you absolutely deserve to be compensated.
Now, Vicky's got she's got multiple hobbies / side hustles / endeavors / part-time. Vicky's done this her whole time that I've worked with her. I don't think I've ever known Vicky to not have something else going on.
Waitressing in the past, to OnlyFans, to now doing the farmers market, not farmers markets, but
craft markets.
Craft markets.
Piss me off, and I didn't understand. And Steve, you and I had conversations. I would sit there and not realize Vicky was doing this because this is just what her generation does. I'd be like, what the F? No matter what you do for Vicky, she's always got something else going on. And I would think it was because, what's going on? Does she need extra money? Does she need...
Sometimes it's just something to do.
Yeah, and I didn't know that because, again... we're 2 generations away, so I didn't know this was a thing, your generation was doing. So I took it personally like, the F, Vicky, why do you got to go out and do all this stuff? And now I get, because that's what you guys like to do. And so do you have side hustles, hobbies, or are they part-time jobs because you need the money? Or all of the above?
So my hobbies turned into my side hustle because I love to just make stuff. If I see a video and I'm like, I think I can make that or figure out how to make it, I love just kind of
melting crayons on canvas. She's always been doing this stuff.
Just doing something like, let me see if I can do it my way. But then I end up with all these projects at my house I don't have room for. And you can only give away so many things when people are like, stop giving me your crap, okay? Like, it doesn't fit my house or whatever it is, right?
I love what you've done is to be able to basically dovetail that. Right. You're selling your crap.
So I'm selling it. That's not...
Which is great. I mean, that's even better.
Like, I mean, people actually like some of the stuff. And it's really exciting to see, like, people like, oh, do you do this in other ways? Like, can you make these really cool earrings but clip-ons for my kid? I'm like, hell yeah, I can. I can make you a crown. Like, I just love to make stuff and to be able to meet other people who are just as creative in like their version of stuff. It's so fun. So it helps. It helps fund my hobbies. So it's just like a big old circle.
So it's not a side hustle, or, you know, if someday you could make that your full-time job, would that be cool? Or you'd be like, no, I'd never want to do this full-time.
I totally could, but I don't think it is sustainable because I'm
really?
constantly making new stuff. So I feel like when you go to a store, you know what you're going to the store for. Like, I'm going to get my cereal. If you come to me, it's like, hey, I want to get this thing. Okay, well, I'm not making that right now because I'm not feeling it.
Right.
I'm making this instead. Would you like to buy this instead? So that's my only concern.
Pikachu helmet. I'm sorry, I don't want to make that for you right now.
It's like, dang it, that was last month's obsession.
Yeah, there is that.
That's my only concern. Why I don't think it'd be sustainable.
That's tough when you have to mass produce stuff that you don't care about
Dude,
anymore.
this texter is crazy. This in a kind of weird way. I used to make money by catfishing people on Xbox Live. Nice. I'd pretend to be a novice girl gamer that needed help and someone to talk to, and they would send me Xbox points or pay for my live account. And I would DM them, and then I stopped doing this after I got over 600 points in 7 years of Xbox Live paid for. Thank you so much, Thirsty Nerds. LOL, at the time, I was a 14-year-old dude.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, that guy's an evil genius.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be like, oh, what the hell's wrong with you? You're 14, you're doing stupid stuff.
Well, and also, what are you doing thinking that, again, we all have our fantasies. I mean, I don't know if he ever showed a picture, if there was ever any live interaction, but sometimes people were happy to have that that to me is like, I feel like the person on the other end, you know, you have to have some brains in your head, or you were getting what you needed.
You got duped.
Yeah, but I mean, sadly, hopefully those conversations weren't stuff that you shouldn't be having with a 14-year-old anybody.
You would hope.
Yeah, that would be bad. Reddit was talking about some of the weird things that people do for side hustles, getting extra cash. One person was selling coworkers clean urine so they could pass a drug test.
Oh, nice.
Okay. They went to coworkers, asked for their urine, and then sold the clean urine to other people.
Who are these people you work with? What were they doing? Because they were getting drug
selling
tested at the...
I misunderstood this. Yeah, I totally misunderstood. So he's selling his coworkers clean urine that he's got from somewhere else.
He's
maybe
not stealing his coworkers' urine and then selling it. That'd be crazy. Yeah.
Whoa.
So like if you're getting drug tests, if you're a drug test, you're like, hey, dude, I got clean urine, $50.
Yep. You know what? Being the nerd, being the drug-free nerd guy, I would have made tons on that.
Would you do it?
Oh, I would. What? I would. My clean urine to make money?
Like, well, let's just say, like, like Mike from the men's room comes over to you and just says, BJ, can I have your urine for $100?
Yeah. Not now, but back in the day when I was needing money.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you want my clean urine? OnlyFans, baby. And you're going to have to pay a lot.
I'd still do it for $100.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You're cheap. You'll do anything for anything. You need a better representative. You need someone to represent. I'll represent you in these matters.
The amount of water I drink in the morning, the amount of time I go to the bathroom, I have no problem giving up.
I can get you more money.
Yeah, but $100 if I get enough. I can walk out with like $300-400 a day.
Dude, I do it for like $50.
Okay, the two of you.
I said 100 just so he wouldn't jump down my throat, but clearly that was still too low.
It's way low. You're talking about people who are like drug people who know they'll get effed. Dude, your urine's valuable.
I'd do it for Americano. At Starbucks.
A Whopper.
You guys, this is why you need representation from me.
So
because I'll make sure you get... And I'll
BJ Shea, you're an agent.
And I will take I'll take the 10%, and you're still going to be fine.
I ain't getting 10%.
I might take more. If you guys are willing to do it for $100, I'll negotiate $500, and I'll take $400, and you both idiots will be happy.
You're not going to pay me $500.
I will pay you $500. A drug guy?
I guarantee you that Bob in sales will do it for less.
How much do you think Bob in sales is paying for the drugs he's trying to hide?
I just still feel like there'll be someone else at the office that'll do it for less than $100.
Do we have anybody in sales named Bob? Because we're in a lot of trouble if we do.
We don't anymore. You know that, Bob.
Okay, then. I like to think that sales has changed a bit, and maybe this isn't what it used to be in the 80s. That was some fun times in radio, some of those salespeople back in the 80s. How about this one person let a guy from Craigslist shave their head and film it for $600. It's not clear if it was a man or a woman.
Oh, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, really?
That's every other day.
I feel like that would be so hard for you.
Yeah.
You know what would be hard for is, Danny. You would never be able to shave Danny's head.
$600.
He's not going to do it.
I'd have to go to 1,000.
$1,000 I could shave your head.
You know what? He won't do it for 1,000. I'm looking in his eyes right now. He says 1,000 now.
Come on, BJ.
But then the tears will be flowing, and he'll renege on that deal when it comes down to it.
So if BJ pulled $1,000 out of his wallet right now, and I had clippers, you would just let me go.
He will not shave his head for anybody. He's a big diva when it comes to his hair.
I could probably do it for 1,000.
He will not do it.
Probably?
For 1,000. He will not do it. Look at him. He won't. He won't. Because when the moment arrives, Steve, he can say it now with all his courage, but get those clippers near that mane that he has been fostering for like 30 years of his life, or his whole life, really. That's his personality. That's his identity. You know what?
I also wear a lot of hats, though. So
he does wear hats.
Yeah, but I got news for you. As soon as that hat comes off, it's like taking the chain off his wallet. He will never do that either for 1,000.
It grows back.
It does.
Yeah,
well,
you say that now.
That's true.
You want to see mascara flow down a grown man's face? Shave Danny's head.
Because part of me would like to grow. I would grow my hair out for $1,000 and braid it.
Ooh,
like full skullet.
Really?
The braids. That'd be amazing.
You would never be able to do that. There's a person by the name of your wife.
Yeah, that's the only thing keeping me from actually growing. Like I want to have the Hulk Hogan skullet so bad.
You should do that.
And just wear bandanas all the time and call everybody brother. And the Weisky not feeling that.
That is such a wonderful 80s look. I'm so 100% behind it.
With wear the Zubaz pants. You remember those?
Oh, I know Zubaz. I love Zubaz.
Oh, dude, I just want to go full on.
Do it, baby.
Like real rundown 80s era wrestler.
Oh, I love brother. I miss my Zubaz. I did a TV show wearing my Zubaz one time. Oh, so great. One dude said he got paid $100 to spit a shot of whiskey into a guy's mouth.
Oh, nice.
$100?
Wait. First of all,
like baby bird whiskey into someone?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Why is that the bad thing? Why did you pay the spitter? I would have paid the person that got spit at.
Because it's a fetish.
Yeah.
What if the guy
the guy wanted it.
I don't think some random person's like, here's $100, spit in that guy's mouth.
Okay, thank you.
What did I do?
Now I got it. So some dude's like, I really love it when dudes do this to me. Here's $100.
I had a guy that offered to pay me $500 to throw up in some guy's lap one time.
Okay.
Wait, what? Who the hell would
you
pay?
Take that $500 in 20s or?
I didn't.
10? You didn't do it?
I know it was in the middle of a lobby at one of our radio conventions.
Yeah, instead you just threw up all over the floor in the middle of the lobby, which you got paid nothing for that.
That was years later, and that's a good point. I should have just done it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to force it, but like if I said, hey, can we get a window of opportunity for this to happen?
Yeah,
and then like come find me around 3 a.m, I'll make sure it happens.
He offered me and the guy that I was going to throw up on $500.
Why?
I don't.
Just to flex how much money he has.
Apparently,
what a dumbass.
We all know the guy too, which is your.
Oh, do we really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got to write his name down. I got to know who that idiot is.
Does he do radio in Minnesota?
No,
stop it.
California?
No, don't name states. We'll know who this person is. I don't want them to know who
multiple radio shows in each state. That guy.
That guy is.
Hey, yo.
Not my favorite moment from that guy. That guy, I like that guy a lot until alcohol starts flowing, and that guy becomes like not a good guy I want to be around.
Next year at the radio convention, I'm getting wasted. I'm going to do it without even him asking, and then after I do it, I'm going to be like, "Where's my $500?"
You should do it in his lap.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the key.
No, I'm just going to walk up to him at like 2 a.m. and just hurl on him.
Yeah. And go, I want 500. This was the deal.
He's like, that wasn't with you.
Yeah. Damn. All right, well, these are some very interesting side hustles.
I don't feel so bad about wearing spandex anymore.
No, you feel, you know what? You do it is. I will say it is weird, and people always go, "What?" every time you tell them that you actually are, a professional wrestler.
Oh yeah, dude, the independent wrestling scene, it always gets weird looks, and that's why that part of me is. I think I like that even more than the money I get from it.
I had no idea there was such a local level independent wrestling scene until you started doing this. I was I should have realized it because there's so many deep clubs of everything that you don't know until people tell you about it.
It's also blown up quite a bit.
Yeah,
like,
well, it makes sense.
Over the last 7 or 8 years, it went from being just a couple here and there to now pretty much every weekend within like 100 or so miles, you can find an event to go do work or check out.
And it's such a reasonable time out. I mean, I went to that one we all did in Chicago,
and that was low budget.
Yeah. And yet the people had a blast.
So much fun.
They had a blast. And I realized this is awesome that there's this kind of entertainment that you can get live entertainment. And who knows who you'll see. What if you actually see somebody that gets to go on to AEW or WWE? How cool would that be?
There's been a few here locally that's happened to. I mean, which is kind of crazy to think about. And also, I always say it's the one form of entertainment where you don't get you don't get in trouble for yelling at the people that are performing.
That I like.
Like you're actually encouraged to yell at
It's
them.
the anti-golf, anti-tennis form of entertainment.
There you go. You yell F, Julio Rodriguez, you're probably getting kicked out.
Yeah, they're not going to like that at T-Mobile.
You yell F Steve Migs, maybe 150 people are going to join you and everyone thinks it's fun.
What are you talking about? I'll buy the shirt that you actually sell.
They're sold out.
Oh, damn it. Well, speaking of employees and side hustles, how about there's a guy that actually became Employee of the Month at his job, and it only cost him $4,000 to do it. You're going to hear from him at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There's a California Costco employee. His name is John, and lots of folks are praising the hell out of this dude because, well, he found an envelope full of cash while he was working and returned it.
You see a lot of people are praising him. I know one person that wouldn't be.
Yeah.
His name is Danny V.
Yep.
The criminal over there.
I know.
The smooth criminal.
Thank you.
You and Danny are not completely on the same page, but close when it comes to this kind of thing.
I'm case by case.
Yeah.
On the situation where the money comes from.
Yeah.
I'm kind of more Robin Hood-esque. I'm okay with taking from the rich.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. But you give to the Steve.
Yeah, the poor.
Yeah.
Poor Steve.
Yeah, poor Steve. It doesn't matter what form of Steve it is. You just feel like, poor Steve. He needs more money.
This money will cheer him up.
So here's John, and you can see this video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. Here's John talking about he finds this envelope, got almost $4,000 in it, and with the help from his managers, he did track down the rightful owner and return the cash.
It was crazy because when my manager walked me outside and the member was right there, she was shaking my hand for like a good 20 seconds. I'm like, dang. So, she told me like, oh, I'm so glad, you found this and that's for my kids to go to school. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm happy to help.
Who's carrying around $4,000 in money that they could just drop it like that?
I might be going to buy something.
That's a lot of cash to keep on your person.
Yeah, I'd be shaking the entire time. Like that time I had a bunch of cash to buy Super Bowl tickets when I went to the Super Bowl 49. And I was buying them from somebody, and I was just like, "This is a lot of money." Like, even though I know I'm not gonna drop it, and nobody knows I have that money. In my head, everybody was a thief, and everybody was gunning for me.
Yeah,
I know, I get it. I really don't like carrying around a lot of cash, and even me, I'll carry around like $300 and think, "Oh, this is scary." And $300 is nothing these days.
Right.
Yeah, and. That's last month. John said his goal was to become Employee of the Month, and well, that put him right on the list. How do you not give it to him? How do you not give it to him for that? Right?
That's awesome. But if I was his boss, I might not give it to him. What? Just to keep him humble, and then make him the Employee of the Month the next month. Just because I think it'd be funny,
dude. I would be so pissed at you if you were my boss.
And I give somebody who did nothing special, like I would be
so.
They just cleaned the shelves one day, and I'm like, that guy's Employee of the Month right there.
I wouldn't get Employee of the Month.
He cleaned up the cheese on the pizza on the floor.
I would be so pissed at you that I would do everything. Oh, I would be like everything not employee. I'd be like, oh, so this is what you do to. Well, I'll show you what a not Employee of the Month looks like, and I'd start doing a lot of crappy things.
Were you ever Employee of the Month?
No, ever, never. There's nobody ever. I wasn't.
Not even in your I'm the super retail man days.
Oh yeah,
dude,
you're Mr. Grocery Man.
Remember they all hated me?
I was the retail guy.
They all hated me.
So how can you brag about being the retail guy if you never won Employee of the Month?
Yeah. Well, look, if it was voted by the customers, I would have won.
Oh, well, it's not.
But management and fellow employees did not like the way I did my business. They were all jealous of me.
See, I was respected by my peers when I worked at a department store. Employee of the Month, 2 straight months in a row.
Wow. I'm going to tell you this right now, okay? Because, I am a retail man. They gave it to all the idiots.
Oh, that says the person who never got it.
Yeah.
That's why you're just jealous. Would you like some peanut butter with that jelly?
Yeah. it's those kind of quips that got you that plaque.
It was so funny when I got it because I'm like, I didn't do anything special. I was just ringing people up and my till was never off.
That's my point.
And the old ladies, there were a couple old ladies that were really pissed because I got Employee of the Month like 1 month in, like a month after getting the job. And they're just like, how? And I'm like, what?
You know what? That is the one common denominator because we had people like that at our store. Everywhere I worked to, the old ladies.
This isn't hard. This is like you just ring them up and you give them the right amount of money. Like, what do you want? Like, it kind of figures it out for you. But the best part, and I, partially because of the old ladies that were all pissy at me, I was kind of a douche. Because I got Employee of the Month, and when you were Employee of the Month, you got the Employee of the Month parking spot.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have a car. I rode my bicycle to work every day. And you bet your ass I locked my bicycle in that spot every day.
That's hysterical.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm shocked that one of those old ladies and just run over my bike.
But my point is this, though. You got Employee of the Month for doing what you're supposed to do and not stealing from the register. That's why Employee of the Month is a scam that you should never have got. I'm with the old ladies on this one. You did your job. That's all you did.
The funny part is I was completely not doing things above the board when it came to that. Like I would accidentally not ring people up on stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like hot women?
Of course, yeah.
I would just be like, the free fan.
It's on me.
See, that's why
I wouldn't even say anything to them. Like, I was so bad at this game. Like, I'm thinking they'll go and realize that they didn't get charged for that, like, that rotating fan, and they're going to come back and want to make love to me. Like, that was my mindset.
So you got to say something at least.
I know.
When I was at the smoothie shop, I would do the same thing.
At this game.
I had, thank you for the rotating fan. You will now be my lover.
Would you like me to oscillate or whatever on you?
Yeah, you know what? That's the other thing. Was your command of the English language also brought the boys to the yard.
Oscillate you.
Yeah. That's right.
Oscar later.
You know what? You sir, you're a catch. I'm not sure. I don't know. Getting free stuff and your oscillation, I don't know why those women weren't just lining up.
This dumb weird dude, I'm pretty sure English is not his first language, and he just forgot to ring me up for the fan, babe. Oh, awesome. This is great. Not realizing I was trying to pull the move.
Guys like you piss me off because I would do my job really well and I would go above and beyond. But there was so much jealousy and so much irritation. Like they just didn't see what I did, which is the story of my life. Nobody sees what I bring to the table because I'm judged on basically the mediocre principles of the people running the place.
Yeah.
You know, and that Danny, you're laughing, but I mean, that
got so deep. That was like,
it's so true.
It's a man that messes me up, man.
It is the man. I mean, I was fired twice, and by both managers who were charged with embezzlement. And I remember sitting there going, are you kidding me? Like, this guy fires me, and I literally on the way out said to the people as I was getting fired, I go, well, you know what? You could say that I'm not a good employee, but at least I'm not banging the person at the courtesy booth and stealing money from the company.
Employee of the Month over
there
here.
He is.
And of course, what happened, you know what? Like a month later, the guy got, because, you know, you can see what's going on. You see all the drama, you see everything. But of course, the people in power, they're the ones in power. So I never got Employee of the Month because it's like I really was trying to help the company, but, you know. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of stores, can I?
You got something to say?
That
Let's do it.
I did not notice until the other day when I went to my daughter's favorite store, Target, to go like walk around and
Target's a good joint.
Get some stuff. Have you been to a Target recently?
Yes, I just this week.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys noticed what the hell's going on over there?
Okay, tell me what's up because I don't notice anything different. It's always the same awesome store. What's happening?
I mean, it's still awesome. They put everything behind glass shelves.
Oh
now.
yeah.
Have you seen what it's looking like
all
these days?
all the valuable stuff, yes.
All the value. No, toothpaste, dude.
Wait, what?
Everything. Everything is behind a shelf. It's insane.
Oh, I haven't seen that at my Target.
Look, like everything. I mean, yeah, some of the valuable stuff as well, but they haven't done every aisle yet.
Well, I haven't seen this at all. Is this
bro.
Which Target was this?
This is the one in South Hill in Puyallup.
Oh, Factoria hasn't gotten like this yet.
Toothpaste, mouthwash.
No.
We're not just talking about like stuff that people typically steal. Now it's everything.
You have to unlock it? Like
you have to buzz an employee to come over to unlock it to get what you want. Here's the problem.
What?
It's like, okay, I get it, whatever. There's theft issues. But I got to do that. Then I got to go 2 aisles down. I got to get like toilet cleaner. I got to hit the button again.
Oh,
and now
my God.
wait like 2 minutes for the employee. It's not, I'm not mad at the employees. I'm always super nice to them because they're just having to do their job. They've been dealt this turd sandwich and we're all eating it.
I don't want to tell you this.
What?
Do you think it's regional? Like, depending upon where your store is?
I think it is. Because I've been to... There's
San Francisco they're doing it in?
Yeah, but what I mean by regional, is it a neighborhood where theft happens more than others? Because like I said, Factoria, I was just in Factoria. I didn't see anything like that, the Factoria Target.
Or it's going to happen soon.
No!
It's weird because
Steve,
the Albuquerque Target that we go to has been under glass for probably about 3 years now.
Oh,
the one in Tucson that I go to with Lily. There's two different ones that we go to in Tucson. One is completely under glass. The other one is not. And I'm like, why would they do it to one and not the other?
What's going on in Puyallup, Steve? What kind of
saying it's happening everywhere in Washington. It's just taking some time. Dude, it's stupid.
No, that's so dumb.
And I understand. Oh, we want to stop people from stealing stuff. That's why. But at the end of the day, the thief can be like, hey, can I get some toothpaste? You give it to them, and then they still can walk out the store with it. It doesn't make any sense. All we're doing is making your day more inconvenient for the employees, which sucks for them.
Is anybody willing to be deep throat? A Target employee who will go unidentified?
That's a very personal question.
Okay. That's a very old reference to politics back in the 70s.
If you see me at the dentist, I'm not your guy.
But anyway, is anybody willing to be a covert informant and tell us why Target is doing this? If in fact Steve's right.
Oh, there's articles that say it's being done to anti-theft.
Oh, so you're a covert operation?
Yes.
So they're having so much theft problem of toothpaste and just regular mouthwashy stuff.
Everything.
They're really having the. How about
all those rows of from the aspirin to the toothpaste to the toilet cleaner to the liquid detergent to the those rows of all that stuff that they have. It's all behind glass.
And apparently this year they lost $500 million more than last year in lost stolen and lost merchandise.
So this is the way they do
it. Yeah.
Rather maybe than get more employees, this is what they're going to do: inconvenience the customer. I do. Have you ever seen whatever? It's written on the back. He's got this shiny thing like he's at construction, and it's called the theft assessment, whatever, theft loss guy. First of all, this guy looks stoned at the last Target I was at, but it's they have a guy that literally walks around and he's got the outfit on to show that he's part of loss prevention.
Oh yeah. But here's the crazy thing: is that So, because one person's you have to go there and grab an employee on the way in and have them follow you around. It's going to get to the point where you're going to have to be hey, here's $15. Can you just follow me around, or $20 so I can because I was there and I'm one person even said they waited 15 minutes to get a bar of soap.
Yeah, that's
and I'm at some point, I'm going to stop shopping there, not because I don't like Target, but because I have to wait for one of their employees who's probably busy because they're doing other stuff to come over and get me my toothpaste.
Do you think that it's going to become more of the norm to do just the drive-up shopping or whatever, where you just get everything on your app and then have someone bring it to your car and just be done with it?
Part of the fun of Target is going around spending money willy-nilly.
Exactly.
Vicky's
they're going to lose more money that way.
Or Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
It's just easier to get stuff delivered to your doorstep as opposed to go to the store.
I can't believe this is their response.
I just feel like this isn't going to work. But maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like you're trying to stop theft, but you're also going to stop people wanting to go to your store and buy stuff because it's really time consuming. And just to get a couple of things added, 20 minutes to our shopping experience.
Well, I do know that a lot of people, they're not allowed to go after people once they run out of the store, and really they're not allowed to really even do much with people in the store.
But wouldn't someone still be able to run out the store with the stuff that you just got them from behind the counter?
You're right.
Behind the glass, they still haven't paid for it.
I think what they're thinking is that it's done covertly, but if somebody's right there, they see you with the stuff, they're going to be aware of your presence with the stuff, and maybe they think that'll stop some of the thievery. You're right, Steve. A thief is going to be a thief, but maybe they feel like it will cut down because they're getting stolen from people they're not aware of.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have to go and get somebody, I
don't know.
Maybe they think it'll be a way to dissuade people from, but it's a pain
I would have been the guy in the board meeting when someone brought that up, being I don't know, guys. I think we could do something else.
But then, would you say $500 million they've lost, Vicky? More than last year?
Someone said $700 million, according to one texter.
That's how much they lost last year.
Due to organized crime rings.
Oh, organized crime rings that efficiently go in there and steal just regular stuff. Because, it's one thing when you got the alcohol or the high-ticket items behind glass, but now they're making money off of the low-ticket items.
But what a view it was, because I haven't been in Target for a minute.
Wow.
And to see that, it's just
Well, I got to be thinking South Hill is a problem, more so than Factoria, since they haven't done Factoria yet.
I bet they're going by which one probably maybe has the most theft and kind of working it out that way.
I was also at Target in Issaquah recently, did not, and I did not see anything at the Target in Issaquah either.
Somebody says, hey, it prevents from open market, limiting to one instead of the whole shelf.
You know what's weird? And I will tell you what's weird.
Huh.
I'm going to tell you what's weird right now, but maybe people don't know. I was just at the Disney Lorcana display, and you might not know what the hell is that. It's basically Magic the Gathering based on Disney. It's the best way to put it, even though it's not made by Hasbro. But this is the hottest new card item there is. You can't get it. And they had a bunch of them out there, and that wasn't behind any glass. And I was really shocked. geez, these are valuable. And anybody like me that knows that would find a way to just walk around the store and maybe pocket those things because they're really valuable right now. So they're leaving that out. That's not behind glass. That was you could just grab as many as you wanted.
Now I got to work a buddy deal just to get a tube of toothpaste.
Yeah, it is. Wow. All right, organized crime rings.
I think what's good, like even one person in an article said, I think at some point they're probably going to, you're going to be able to like rent a personalized shopper to go, because like, you got to go from aisle to aisle.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. Again, regular people get effed over because of the minority of bad people that are out there. Well, if I'm Walmart or any other competing company.
Oh, I bet they'll be doing it too.
Oh, I was thinking maybe they'd go the other side and go, at our store, get what you want. We do not care. We you know what? We're not going to
Everything's up for grabs.
Have what you want.
That's Steve Mart.
We're not going to let thieves rob the regular people. See how I did that? Of a good experience. There we go. All right, Target. Well, we'll see what happens. Yesterday, Steve did get this one right.
The Da Vinci Code opens with a murder in which famous museum?
I'm going to go the Sistine Chapel.
No.
The Smithsonian.
Nope.
Museum. The Louvre.
Yes.
Nice work. I wasn't sure you're going to get that.
I got it because I'm smart.
Is that why you got it? Mm-hmm. All right. You want a shot at beating Smart Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
It's after bedtime, the kids are asleep, and the moms are out to play.
We're Dina and Kristen, the duo behind the Instagram account Big Little Feelings. I'm Dina. I'm a child therapist and mom of 2 who nerds out on all things neurobiology and psychology. And Kristen is a parent coach who wrangles 3 kids on a daily basis, here to give it to us like it is.
We weren't meant to do this parenting thing alone. Consider After Bedtime your village.
Follow After Bedtime with Big Little Feelings on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Friday, November... No, hey, I know how to say words. Friday, November 17th. Put that in your calendar. Because at 7 o'clock, Live Day goes to prom night.
Oh.
It's not going to be Carrie style either. I don't expect us to be dumping pig
Or
blood
will
over
it?
there.
No.
All right, well, maybe. I mean, you never know. So what's going to happen? Live Day, as you know, a great celebration we've had as we've done everything on the radio live. We're going to do it again, but this time we're listening to you. We're giving you the opportunity to be able to have a great intro to your weekend. You don't have to take a day off work. Friday, November 17th at 7 p.m., it's really live night.
Yeah, we're going to do our show at Friday night, and then the men's are going to do their show Friday night as well, and Ryan Castle and Taryn Dilly are going to be hanging out. It's going to be a great time. Last year, remember our friend Chris Drieger from the Seattle Kraken at the time? He joined us, so you never know what kind of special guest you're going to have this time around.
Yeah, lots of special guests. And the theme is prom night, so get dressed up, man. We will. And sound effects, music, special guests, everything. It's all going to be done live, so it will be just like Live Day, but at night.
What's the over-under on the amount of people wearing the T-shirts that look like a tuxedo?
Oh, at least 10. I'm going to go 10.
Oh, 10's very conservative.
Yeah. I'm gonna go just 10 under. I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna try because that's the easy bet.
Okay.
The easy bet's to go over. I'm gonna go under.
All right. What are we betting?
Oh, what are we gonna bet? What are we gonna bet breakfast again?
You never know.
Yeah.
I say get a shot while you're there.
Yeah. Okay.
Bet a shot.
All right. Fair enough. And prom night is the theme. I guess those shirts work. And I will lose the bet. Now I'm going to lose the bet because I said, everyone's going to wear the damn
Now
things.
I might just get one. I wasn't going to plan on it, but now just to up the number.
Yeah. All right, you want tickets? And again, these tickets are going to go fast because we're doing it Live Day at night at 7 o'clock. You know lots of people are going to be available for that. So get your tickets before they're gone. snocasino.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs?
Yeah, baby.
I know that Philip is. Philip from Tacoma. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Heck yeah. Steve, please get out of here.
You're right.
For those playing at home, Philip has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you do only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
What was the name of the Disney Channel show where Miley Cyrus played a teenager leading a double life?
Pass.
In what movie does Robert De Niro say, "You talking to me"?
Scarface?
No.
No. Pass.
According to Google, in what country do more than half of the people believe in elves?
Ireland?
Nope.
Scotland?
Nope.
Oh, jeez. Pass.
Which NBA team plays its home games at Madison Square Garden?
Lakers?
No.
Philip, you got to pass, buddy. You are wasting time.
Pass.
What female
Pass.
singer has the albums titled Renaissance and Lemonade?
Philip, I'm not sure why you called in. Did you call in to play the game, or is something else going on that we can help you with?
I called in for another reason, but they just asked me to play the game.
That's what I thought. Yeah, because it sounded like you were not ready at all. That makes a lot of sense, Philip. I don't feel badly
I wasn't
for you.
ready.
Yeah, that makes
That was Aerosmith, I think, on the last question.
Yeah.
No.
No, it wasn't. All right, Phil, how many did
Joe's
Phil,
great call screening.
how did he get right? You can tell Steve. You're not going to say?
Oh, is that why you're looking at Joe while I was in the room with him?
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
Yes.
Philip, do you want to hang on the line to see how you did, or should we just let you? I'll put you on hold so that maybe Joe can help you with
I
the real
didn't do
reason.
good. That's obvious.
Yeah, all right.
You know, last time you guys said that, I think I lost.
Yeah, you're not going to lose this one.
Yeah, no.
Did Philip let us down?
Well, yeah, he called in for some other reason, Joey D's. So as a good call screener, will you help the guy with whatever he called in for?
Wait, he called in for something else.
Yeah,
and
he
put
called
him through.
and Joe put him through to play the game.
We have all these people constantly trying to get through, and you just put through some random dude.
I don't know who hired Joey. Oh, wait, exactly. I do know who hired Joey.
I know who created Joey.
Yeah, I know. He's the best phone screener
You have
today.
to be very proud.
Am I?
I don't know.
No.
Are you ready, Steve?
Oh, yeah!
What was the name of the Disney Channel show where Miley Cyrus played a teenager leading a double
Hannah
life?
Montana.
Correct. In what movie does Robert De Niro say, "You talking to me"?
Goodfellas?
No.
No, sir.
The Godfather.
Nope.
No, sir.
Talking to me. Oh, Raging Bull.
No.
No, sir.
According to Google, in what country do more than half the people believe in elves?
What country? I'm going to go with America.
No.
Denmark.
No.
Sweden.
No.
Okay.
Which NBA team plays its home games at Madison Square Garden?
That would be the New York Knicks.
Correct. What female singer has the albums titled Renaissance and Lemonade?
Oh, Beyonce.
Correct.
Yeah.
Performing tonight.
Yep.
Big night tonight.
Yeah, Lumen.
Which of the 6 main characters on the TV show Friends never got married?
Joey.
Yes. Great gray, barn, and true are all types of what bird?
Eagle?
No.
Pelican.
No.
Owl.
Yes.
Nice work.
Mountain Dew was first introduced in what decade?
60s.
No.
50s.
No.
40s.
Yes.
Nice work.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You annihilated 6-0.
Woo! You only got 0?
Yeah, Philip did.
He was just kind of like, and he only got to 4 questions.
Right. Joey D still has him on the line for some reason.
He's probably counseling him.
Oh, this is his punishment, man. I don't understand. I asked him, do you want to play Beat Migs? He seemed enthusiastic and said yes.
But he said he called for a completely different reason.
Well, he didn't say any other reason.
So what was the
ask
reason that he
him?
called?
I don't know because
Can we
I
ask him?
You want to? You really? So you're saying we should phone screen this guy?
Yes. Let's teach your son.
Okay. All right, Philip, welcome back to The Rock. What would you like to talk to the hosts about?
I was commenting on they were talking about Target, putting the stuff behind the glass and all that.
Oh, you were
stuff.
going to be our Target covert operator.
Yeah, I was just wanting to make a comment about it.
All right. Should we let this happen, Steve?
I'm excited.
Yeah, if only Philip could sound a little bit more excited, then you both would be at the same. All right, so Philip, we were talking about Target where they're putting up all these glass partitions, to keep you from being able to just freely take toothpaste and regular things off the shelf everywhere in Target. It's happened at the South Hill Mall, Target,
Lakewood, a few other places.
Hasn't happened in Factoria and Issaquah as far as I've seen, and I was just there at both places recently. What would you like to say about this new practice to stop? I guess they had $700 million in lost goods they're trying to prevent from happening.
Yeah, well, the people they support, I feel, are the ones that have stolen from them last year.
The people they support? What do you mean?
Oh,
here we go. Here we go. Can I ask why anybody would call our stupid show to talk about these things? When did we ever talk about these stupid things?
And you know what? When you end up not getting a single question right on Beat Migs, you might want to dip out on the I got something to say that's so intelligent. I feel like you kind of already said yours to live up for failure. That was fun. Thanks, Joe.
I'm going to take the L on this one, guys.
Hold on. No, Joe doesn't take the L.
Why?
You take the L.
No.
You said we were going to screen him on air. He would have never been on air if he was screened.
And this is what you do as a screener. You hear what he has to say, and then you hang up on him. I think we re-showed your son how to do it.
Yeah, exactly. He's right about that. I just wanted to put this out there to everybody. We don't want to talk about this stuff. We don't do that on this show. There may be other shows that you could call in. There's plenty of shows to call in. Why do you think you can slip it in here? Like, we don't do that, and we're not going to listen to you, whether you may be right or wrong. We just don't
slip
do
it in on someone else.
Yeah. And look, there's a plenty of other shows out there that will let you talk about this stuff.
I'm clenched everywhere. No, not happening.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that what we're talking about?
Wow.
Oh, whatever. Who cares?
That's the point. We don't.
I know. That's what he wants to
That's
think.
what I'm trying to get through.
Yeah.
We get through to these idiots that go, dude, this is not the show for that. You're a complete moron for calling us thinking that we're going to talk about these things, whether you're right or wrong.
Call a man who got 0 questions right, a complete moron.
I'm just more excited that I found out Beyonce's coming here tonight.
Yeah, dude, someone even said, speaking of which, what happened to Sarah? Sarah's sick right now.
And she was supposed to go to the show tonight.
That was my question. Is she gonna buckle up and go to the show?
Dude, I didn't even see her yesterday. She was down for the count so bad.
I'm hoping that she's just trying to aggressively rest herself. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Shut it all down.
No.
I'm not going to power through anything.
Honestly, I think that's what she was trying to do when she originally said it.
Oh, man.
I'm not feeling great, but I'm not. But
I'm tired of people that do that because we had, and it hasn't been confirmed, but I've heard from people, and a couple of my friends got COVID at the Penny Arcade Expo. People that power through that are not feeling well ruin it for everybody else because there was a lot of COVID.
Put her in a bubble. She doesn't have COVID.
There you go.
She's been tested.
She's still got whatever she's got is knocking her on her ass.
That's why when you're in a bubble, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, if that would be great if Beyonce would have the bubble tour, I'd be all behind that.
I think what Beyonce's asking everyone to wear silver. I think that's her thing.
Oh, is it?
At least I saw that in past shows where she's encouraging everybody that goes to dress yourself up to the nines with shiny silver. That way the entire Lumen Field has that
Here's
kind of
the prediction.
vibe. What's the prediction?
Ed Sheeran, not the prediction, here's the question. Ed Sheeran so far holds the record. Do you think Beyonce has a chance?
I don't think so.
Oh, I almost want to bet you.
I think it's going to be sold out. I don't know what that means, though, because I don't know how elaborate her stage setup is. Because you got to factor in, I don't think Ed Sheeran is monopolizing as much space with his stage.
Oh, so you think it was a fudge thing that that Taylor Swift could have had more if she had a smaller stage presence?
I look, man. I mean, they were both sold out. It's not like as if they couldn't have sold more tickets if they released more tickets.
Yeah.
So one of them had more space for more seats than the other, and I think
that shouldn't count. Ed Sheeran shouldn't be able to take that award. if you're right,
does anyone really care? Though?
I do.
Why?
Because
they're both multi-millionaires.
But if you're a Swiftie, or what do they call them, a Shiri? I don't know. What do you call it? What do you call insurance fans? S-heads?
Ed heads.
Oh, I think S-heads is better. Shiri to begin
I have no idea what they're called.
Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Okay, see, Cheerios win. Cheerios care about this stuff, Steve. And you know what? You used to be a Kiss head. You would have cared about
part
this.
Of the Kiss Army. It's not a Kiss head.
Well, I'd like to call you Kiss heads because I was
served
never
my time in the Kiss Army.
I think young Steve would have wanted to be able to wear that his Kiss people sold out every place better than anybody else.
You, BJ.
No,
there
you
would
wouldn't
never
have
been a time. I've completely not given an F since the day I was born. When it comes to this,
I agree with that. Since the day you were born, there are a lot you haven't given a F about.
I just don't care about that.
It's just,
I don't think Taylor Swift. I mean, yeah, like a nice little feather in the cap, but I don't think anyone's like, "Damn it, Ed Sheeran, make your stage bigger so we're playing on an even playing field."
Yes,
with this.
That's what I would have said if I was Tay-Tay.
Well, I'm glad you're not Tay-Tay.
So you're saying, but you're definitely saying no chance at all that she'll break. Beyonce will break this record.
I don't think so. I mean,
it's the same place, right?
Lumen Field.
Lumen Field.
Yeah.
Okay, Danny.
Wow.
Do you think?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, does that mean Beyonce's just done?
Well, it's also on a Thursday.
Done. She's playing a stadium, man.
I don't care,
what
man.
What do you mean done?
If you can't sell as many as Tay-Tay.
Like 60,000 people going to see you. How does that equate to being done?
Yeah, sorry. You know what? If you can't be number one, you're done.
I feel like, I hope your daughter hits like a turn today, because that sucks.
I don't want her to go. I think, seriously, you don't need that super spreader event happening. She's sick, dude.
Well, maybe she feels better later.
And I look, she can take a test, but it's like, dude, you're so down for the count. You almost should go like. You
what
should
about
just
if you
not
wore
go.
like a steel suit?
A steel
like
suit,
a Tin Man kind of a thing.
You mean like a suit of armor that somebody may or may not have urinated in when he was a child?
Okay, that's a stretch, but no, I was just thinking.
It's a stretch that you did that, or a stretch that you get a steel suit. You can't. You think that's easier to get than a suit of armor?
Either one, just as long as they're silver, because I think that's what she wants.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
wear a steel suit. I'm sure there's no way that can spread disease.
And what was the country that believes in elves?
Iceland.
Thank you.
Oh, Iceland believes in elves? That's where it started?
No, it says in what country according to Google, do more than half the people believe in elves? And it's Iceland.
What? Like that's a thing. Like they really believe in elves.
Mm-hmm.
Iceland.
Mm-hmm.
Like they ask them and they go, yeah, elves exist.
Mm-hmm.
Do they even know what an elf is?
I'm assuming so.
What the hell, Iceland? Honestly, and people like to go there and like think it's a great place to go.
Man, you were so
they seem
combative.
very dumb.
Yeah,
I just think that's
today.
I mean, believe in elves? Like they really believe they exist?
Why not?
Or existed.
What do you mean, why not? You know what? Why not? You just said that you don't care about the guy with the aliens. Why would you now all of a sudden be on the side of people that believe in elves?
I'm not freaking out about it either way. I don't care. It's elves. I like their cookies.
I am trying to get this. Okay, I'm done. You know what? I am tapping out of every part of this conversation. I am officially done, and I'm going to let the listeners take over.
I can't wait till our alien friend calls in again this morning, because he's gonna.
Oh, he's done. He better not call him, because they're totally discrediting this idiot who's tried this before. By the way, this guy that brought the alien bodies to Mexico, he's tried this before, and they were like, "No, dude, they weren't aliens then. They're probably not aliens."
Who cares?
Now.
I just can't wait for Frank the Tank to join us.
Oh, Frank, who's he going to try to be this time? Beyonce? Is he going to impersonate her?
Oh, can we get Beyonce on the show?
Yeah,
to wish her, say hi, Sarah. Sorry, you can't come to my show.
That'd be nice. All right, it's time for listeners on the loose. 206-803-ROCK. You pick the topic. You guide the show. Your calls, your texts at 920 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on the Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino. 206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text, 206-803-ROCK. Do remember this when you call in. Steve has a rule.
That's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we have to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. Let's go to, it's your buddy, I think, Steve.
Who's my buddy?
Frank the Tank is on the line.
Wait, he doesn't have a fake accent?
I guess not. Frank.
That's no fun.
Wormholes, baby, it's me. I'm back, baby.
Okay, Frank. That's it? Just like that?
No, I don't appreciate
Frank is gone.
The lack of creativity.
Oh, wow.
I was expecting him to do a fake accent or be someone that he's not and then swoop in and then become Frank the Tank.
Yeah, you really have to listen, Frank. You have to pay attention in order to be on this fine program. Steve has all the power.
I have rules.
Yeah, you do. And we go over them every time.
But thanks for calling.
Yeah. I mean, just calling and saying wormholes, baby. You know, it's just like...
Wormholes, baby. I love Frank.
Just frustrated.
He just waited on hold for like 8 minutes just to yell wormholes, baby.
Now, Frank, you should call back and do another accent and hopefully get through before Listeners on the Loose is over. You got until 10 o'clock.
Yes.
206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. Joe Dredd in Seattle, you're on the Rock.
Hey, I'm definitely not calling to talk about wormholes.
All right, good. Don't talk about wormholes, aliens, or I don't know. What do you want to talk about, Joe?
Well, I want to talk about your daughter. She says she's down sick, and there's this bug that's going around, and I know because last week I had it. This week my wife has it. It's very nasty. Very nasty.
That's what they call those bugs, very nasty. That's their job.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, I was telling Joey, she's not going to this concert. If she wants to go to this concert, she better wear a diaper because I tell you, every time you drink water, it just comes out the other end.
Well, this is fascinating conversation. I wonder when you're going to get gonged because if I were Steve, I'd be gonging this right now.
Wormholes, baby.
Yeah, I don't need it. Yeah, he's got backside wormholes. I don't need to hear about.
You're not going to tell your daughter to wear a diaper tonight?
She's not going.
I know.
Yeah,
what a bummer, though.
Yeah, and stay away from it. It's highly contagious too. Stay away from it.
Oh, that's great.
Honestly, seriously, can I just say something?
What?
Because Joe is my age.
Yes, he is.
Has he got to the point where this is what we're talking about? We all know that bugs are contagious. The flus are around. You catch stuff. I mean, that happens, right? This is
the
nothing
guy
new.
who was going on about it just the last break.
Well, I was just saying my daughter was sick. She can't see Beyonce, and all I care about is like, hey, will Beyonce, attract more people than our Cheerio fans want?
And you were going, I said super spreader, and then he just kind of did the same thing.
COVID is different than a regular thing. I'm talking COVID. I think that's still you can have conversations about COVID.
Oh, okay, this is fascinating.
Yeah. Wait, you're the guy that didn't gong him, so you got to be on one side and the other.
Baby.
Okay, you know what? You and Frank the Tank are the same guy.
Maybe we are.
I need to, because you're a ventriloquist. I'm going to watch you when Frank calls to see if you're pulling your ventriloquist act.
I'm so talented I can make myself sound like I'm going through a phone.
You're a regular Phil Hendry.
Yeah,
you could do it.
Wormholes, baby.
Okay. Maybe you're I give you too much credit.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Bob in Fenway. Bobby, you are on the Rock.
All right.
206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. Bob in Federal Way, you're on the Rock.
Howdy there. This is Bob. How you fellas doing today?
Okay, this does not sound like a real guy, but you go ahead, Bob.
Well, I was calling to ask if you could get my boss to pay me more money on my construction job. He just doesn't know what I'm worth, and he needs to know what I'm worth.
This is so Frank.
You guys could help. Hey, dude.
Wormholes, baby!
The earth is hollow, okay? It's proven. Have you heard of a dark?
Keep going, because he's in charge of the gong.
I can't get the gong. I'm currently covering my own face.
Blood is on your hands right now that you've encouraged Frank the idiot to call us.
I love that he said the earth is hollow. That's from like that cartoon from Netflix, Inside Job. Is that where you're getting your information from?
Here I am
You're
thinking.
cartoon from Netflix. The earth really is hollow. I promise you. They've been talking about it for millennia.
Oh
okay.
My God, Bob! Really? Do you realize
his name is not Bob? It's Frank the Tank.
Yeah. Oh, right, Frank. Frank, do you realize what you sound like? Do you have a clue that what you sound like?
Yes, sir. I understand what I sound like, but you sound like a naysayer. Okay,
Truer words have never been spoken,
dude. I look. Steve's going to gong us at some point, but you really sound like an idiot, which is unfortunate because if there are some truth to anything that anybody like you says, you ruin it by all the other crap you say, which is just completely insane sounding. The world is hollow. Hey, and for I have touched the sky, everybody. I'm done with him.
Oh, you just gave
I hung up on him. Yeah, I'm done.
I was all excited. I was like, "Oh, should we get Bob's boss on the phone and see if we can get him a raise?"
Yeah, I knew it. I knew as soon as he started talking with his accent. Hi, this is Bob.
It's so funny.
He knows how to do Australian and then weird construction guy accent. Frank, keep trying. Tomorrow, though, Joey. Tomorrow, though. Do not
Joey's
let
going to
Frank...
put him through no matter what.
Yeah, but we got to have some rules.
Joe has no filter.
Yeah, he's not even listening to us right now. So
206-803-ROCK. We got a lot of calls today for some reason.
Because of Joe.
Frank?
Joe puts them all through.
I know, he really shouldn't.
I'm so far loving it.
All right, Garrett and Moses Lake, you're on the Rock.
If this is also Frank the Tank, I'll be so excited.
That would be amazing.
If he's like multiple phones.
All right, what you got for us, Garrett?
Hey, this is Garrett from Moses. I wanted to talk about baseball.
Baseball.
The youth isn't seeing it, back how it was. And
how old, Garrett, how old are you?
29.
Back how it was, you're 29. Okay, how far back we going? 10 years, 15 years? Really? I mean, what's your baseball, experience? You probably, started when you were a kid, like 6, 7, 8?
I want to talk about the 1978 World Series, baby.
Garrett, you weren't even alive.
Somebody hit a shot. Somebody hit a shot all the way to third. I think it's called a triple. Tripling down, baby. This is Frank the Tank.
Oh, my God. How did he get through on multiple phone lines? How is that possible?
I'm everywhere, buddy. I'm in your socks.
He's in our socks.
Frank, Steve, you asked for this and we got this. It was him.
This is the greatest day of my entire life.
I'm also looking at our phone lines, and there's like 17 calls, and I'm like, are they all Frank?
Did he borrow all of his friends' cell phones and he just put himself on hold for everything?
Oh, Frank, you are so crazy. You are
God
a crazy
bless you,
person.
Man. No, you're helping your whole case of saving life.
I'm going to keep him on the line till you gong him. I've decided that between you and Joey, the blood's on your hands.
Because I want to see if the next call.
He's done.
I'm only gonging him because I'm hoping that he's the next call.
Well, the next call's a woman.
That doesn't mean anything.
Hi, my name's Michelle. All right. Michelle and Yelm. Are you friggin' Frank, or are you actually Michelle and Yelm?
I am actually Michelle and Yelm.
All right, thank God. You're not related or married or just going to give the phone over to Frank?
Oh, this is Frank's wife.
No, I have never been married, thank goodness.
All right.
Well, when you hear guys like Frank, I bet you're happy about that decision.
Yeah, that's a fact. All right, Michelle, it is Listeners on the Loose. You get to pick the topic. You get to guide the show. What do you got for us?
Well, actually, I am at the park whacking some balls.
You're at the park whacking some balls?
I am.
They're not attached to anybody, are they?
I'm not going to kink shame.
No, they're putting in a new amphitheater here, and I came over to check out the construction boys.
Okay.
And so I'm hitting some golf balls because they're taking up my little area.
Honest to God. Yeah. Did Joey D's come back from the morning show convention with actually less knowledge of how to screen calls?
This is like the most Friday.
I didn't know
It's not even
Friday.
On a non-Friday, yeah.
That guy was boring.
So, Michelle.
So you're whacking some balls.
What is your point, Michelle? God bless America. What do you want?
I just didn't want to listen to that guy anymore.
So you called in just to stop.
I love it. You called in to take up airspace so that Frank the Tank can't call in.
Yeah, because, you got to have fun working your balls.
Yeah, you do.
I really need
Not all heroes wear capes, BJ.
So what's the subject, and I'll jump in.
You're supposed to pick the topic there, Michelle, and so far, not a great topic.
The topic is Jimmy Buffett was supposed to come to our new little amphitheater they're building, but he passed away. Isn't that sad?
So if you had to pick another artist, to perform at the new amphitheater, who are you going to go with?
Yeah, you can't go with Jimmy. Who you got?
If I got a choice, who would I go with?
No, if somebody tied you up to a chair with a gun to your head, no, that's how you make the choice.
It sounds like a Liam Neeson movie.
Why am I talking to her? Why are we doing this?
And then it would be Candlebox, and then it would probably be 6.
Okay, wait a second.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
You went from Jimmy Buffett to Candlebox to Styx? That is very eclectic. By the way, I approve of Candlebox. The last album I love.
I did not want Jimmy Buffett, but he was the only one.
Well, then why is it so sad? If you didn't want him, why is it sad he can't make it?
Did you kill Jimmy Buffett?
She killed Jimmy Buffett. You killed Jimmy Buffett.
I heard that's supposed to be good. I did not.
Michelle, do you ever care if anybody's actually in a conversation with you, or somebody just keeps yapping and yapping?
Thank you very much.
Now I know.
Michelle,
by the way, Michelle, I want to say this. I think the world's happy you didn't get married either.
What? That is not nice. All right, who would you rather, Frank the Tank or Michelle?
Oh, that is a tough one.
You got to spend one night out at the bars with one of them.
Who's better at sex?
Okay. I'm guessing Frank the Tank.
Okay, then. Yeah. I guess I'm going to have to go with Frank the Tank.
Look how he gets in all the time.
Oh, wow. There we go. I'm afraid to take any more calls.
I am
The quality from my son Joe screening these are just terrific.
I've never been more fired up to take another call.
All right, it is listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show, and I'm giving Joey. God bless it.
Someone just said, what is going on today? What the hell?
I know. I don't understand it. Is everybody high today, or I mean,
It's the aliens. They're getting us all high. It's in the air, man.
Oh, the alien bodies. Okay. Thank you, Scully. You pick the topic. You guide the show. It is listeners on the loose. Anything you want to talk about, 206-803-ROCK. Maybe not anything. More of your calls and texts at 9:32 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. I want to say something.
Yes.
The phone lines are jammed. Now, it hasn't been like that in a while because a lot of people prefer to text in, message in.
Yeah, most listeners are texting as opposed to calling these days.
So this must mean it's all friggin' Frank the Tank just wrapping up all the phone lines. It has to be.
So what do you think? He has like 10 phones?
Yeah.
And he's just calling in constantly to Joe?
Well, we got a guy by the name of Francisco from Bremerton who wants to talk to me about Spider-Man. There's no way this is not Frank the Tank.
I hope it's not.
I mean, but let's see. All right. Francisco in Bremerton, you are on The Rock.
Hey, BJ.
Hey, Francisco. Welcome to the show. What do you got for us?
My name is, they call me Frank sometimes, but I'm not Frank the Tank.
Oh, all right.
I just want to talk about, how do you feel about the Spider-Man and Deadpool comics?
Oh, my God. The comic? You mean like a comic book itself?
Yeah, like them two together, like their adventures.
Is that happening? Because I haven't read it if it's true.
They are quite a few where they do team up as well as in the cartoons.
Yeah, okay. Vicky's probably one that can answer that better. I have not seen much of them teaming up.
Oh, they're phenomenal because Deadpool is basically Spider-Man, but edgier in a lot of ways.
I can see that.
And he's just usually drives Spider-Man nuts. It's pretty funny.
Which is hard to do because usually it's the other way around. Mm-hmm. Peter Parker with his snappy banter. I gather you're a fan, Francisco?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Deadpool, and I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man, and I just always thought it was funny how much Deadpool got on Spider-Man's nerves all the time.
Yeah. Well, it'd be...
Man, what a letdown. I mean, it's a fine call and all, but I was just expecting Frank the Tank.
I'm still waiting for it.
Yeah, I just kind of... I'm still waiting. And I'm like, oh, man, this guy actually is calling about Spider-Man.
I really thought it was
any
Frank
other
the Tank.
day. I wouldn't have cared.
And by the way, Joey did not have him at the top of the list, but
now
Steve
I get why.
Steve and I made the
executive decision.
We thought we were being pranked.
See, he's on to us. So he's not going to just go with Francisco.
All right, let's go to Daniel on I-5. Daniel, you're on The Rock.
Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today?
Oh, and is this the phone's clicking too? Yeah, his voice is weird. Daniel, listen, I'm going to hang up on you and call us again because the phone's not working. Daniel's also a person I'm not exactly super fond of.
He's just like your favorite caller.
He's my second. I know.
He used to be your favorite until Frank the Tank.
Yeah,
Is
everybody coming out of the woodwork just to irritate me today?
I hope.
Let's try Andrew in Lake Stevens.
Somebody said, is today Troll BJ Day?
Yeah, I feel like it is.
That's every day.
206-803-ROCK. Daniel, I should say Andrew, rather. You're on Lake. You know where you are. You're on The Rock.
Good morning, fellas.
Good morning, Andrew. What you got, buddy?
I'm not Frank the Tank, so don't hang up on me. But I have a bone to pick with you guys.
All right, well, let's go, buddy.
You guys and all the radio stations talk about Mariners, Kraken, Seahawks all the time. No love for the Sounders.
Well, I can't speak
for
winning
games. Maybe we'll talk about it.
Hey, what place are we in right now?
Second.
I think second.
Okay,
right?
we're in second, but we should not necessarily deserve that title.
Hey, we are arguably by far the most winning franchise in Seattle.
I was going to wear my Sounder shirt today, and that would have really been a suck it moment.
All right, Andrew.
I went with my.
I can't speak. I can't
instead.
speak for all the radio stations. Number one, number two. We're not a sports station, and we talk about like the cool stuff that's happening. And look, as much as you don't like the idea,
I feel like we talk about the Sounders more than most.
I don't know. I'm not going to argue.
I know we
with
don't
you.
talk about them a lot, but I feel like
if the Seahawks lose, it's the biggest topic in the whole city for 2 days.
Well, it should be.
So
the Seahawks are much
better.
Andrew,
and we're in second place.
Shut up for a second, please.
Here we go. Here we go. Don't get Steve mad.
Look at the popularity of the two sports. And look, the Sounders are great, and they do a great job, but you can't compare the popularity of the Seahawks to the popularity of the Sounders.
That's true.
It's night and day.
I agree, but on your morning report, just throw in there.
Wait, if you agree, then why are you fighting with us then? Why is there something else if you agree?
The Sounders they're better than the Seahawks on a winning
because you like
percentage
them.
or whatever.
Yeah, but Andrew, we do every once in a while talk about the Sounders, so it's not like Steve said, probably more than other places. But Steve's right. This, by the way, and I'm going to burst your bubble, the Sounders are a farm team, and the entire MLS is a farm team to really the great
They're
soccer
like
players around the world.
for football.
They really are. I mean, that's the other thing is that
I like the Sounders.
I mean, I don't want to put them down. They're really a great franchise, a great success story here in Seattle. But look, we are seeing the best of the best football players when it comes to the NFL. We are not seeing that when it comes to soccer players. They're good. But, I mean, if you want to watch, like whatever, the Man U and all those guys over that side of the pond and the way they play soccer or any other country, then you're seeing, amazing soccer. And it really is night and day.
I don't get why people get all upset when you don't talk about something that they want you to talk about. But it is funny. I think about when I was a kid, you would get more fired up when, whatever it is that you liked watching or listening to talked about the thing that you liked. You know what I mean?
And not for nothing, when you say they're the most winningest franchise, I'm not sure. I think the Storm might be the most winningest franchise. They've had.
I don't talk about the Storm more.
Exactly. I mean, if you're going to be that guy,
They're better than the Seahawks.
I feel like the Seattle Storm probably is the most successful franchise. If you just mentioned, I'm just so come on.
We talk about the things we like and are excited
That's what we
about.
do.
And sorry.
Is it our show?
No, but
do we get to do that, though, Steve, on our show? Talk about what we like? I don't think so.
But the funny thing is, too, is that he says, during your Migs report, you should at least... He mentions it every single time that they win or lose, and we also talk about the game, because I have
at least 90% of the time we are talking about the games.
And there's just nothing going on right now with the Sounders. They've been losing, and yes, we're in second place. Great for them.
And the Mariners are in a position to make the playoffs. The Seahawks are the big story in this town.
Started.
I mean, and honestly, we don't talk a lot about college football, and people can get mad at us for that too, because we don't talk about.
They get mad. Why talk about the Cougars more? Why
it's yeah, I know we could and we don't because we just don't. I guess
But we're not a sports show. We talk about the sports that we're interested in.
That's it.
We get a kick out of, and that's what it is.
But if somebody wants to talk about the Cougs and the Huskies, you can. I mean, usually Mitch covers that for us on Mondays a little bit because he's definitely the expert on that. But otherwise, we just hey,
we're spending a lot of time on this.
I agree. Daniel on I-5.
Timbers. Hi, Andrew.
Daniel's back.
No.
206-803-ROCK. It's listeners on the loose. And Daniel, you're back. What do you want, buddy?
Good morning. Am I still clicky?
No, you're fine now. Unfortunately.
Okay, cool beans.
By the way, I can't believe Joey put you through again because I thought, hanging up on you was my get out of jail free card.
Oh, you thought that your son was going to pick up what you were laying down?
No, he wasn't going to do it. All right, Daniel, what do you want?
I just wanted to know if everyone was given $50 million to start a business, what would you guys do?
All right. I have to tell you right now, I'm an old person. I am really getting tired of AMA. I think Ask Me Anything is so done. Because I don't know why you care, Daniel. Why do you care?
Because I thought it would be a nice topic to ask.
I know, but you know what? You picked the topic.
$50 million.
Fine,
I'm trying to think. What kind of business?
God, I hate.
I'd start selling.
I can tell you the business I would like to start.
You know what, Daniel? That's what we've all been waiting for. Please do.
Yes. Okay. I personally would love to start up like the Subway of liposuction clinics. People can walk in, they get 10 pounds sucked out, you hand over a little bit of cash, and you go about your way.
For $50 million, that is what you're going to do, you half a moron? That's what you're going to do with $50 million? You're going to start a liposuction clinic?
Nope, that's the first start of my plan. That's just kind of
I don't want to hear the second part of your plan because the first part of your plan is moronic.
It's like fast lipo, like you just walk in, get it done, you walk back out, easy procedure?
Yeah, exactly.
I like this idea.
Do you?
Yeah.
Good. You and he could be partners and suck the fat out of everything.
Can you then sell Subway sandwiches? So you could call it sucking subs.
Yeah.
No, well, we'd be next to like the Subways and the McDonald's and everything.
So what you're saying is that people can go eat all the crap they want in life and then get sucked out by you?
Yeah, and then go back to eating all the crap, and it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
That's how he makes his money, BJ.
But he's already got $50 million. Okay. What's the second part of your plan? I'm excited to hear what's next.
Is this listeners on the loose, or BJ gets angry at listeners on the loose?
I think it is that, yeah.
Well, then I'm going to take all that fat and I'm going to turn it into biodiesel. So we can help you supplement our fuel needs and everything. And then I'm going to use those profits to invest in nanobot technology so it can go in and eat all of the bad cholesterol and everything.
All right. Well, you know what, Daniel? It seems like
Daniel, are you married?
No, I am not.
In a relationship?
I wish I was, but no.
Okay, I just didn't know if these are the conversations that happen at dinner. And you're just like, you know what we should do? Is get a liposuction company.
I mean, Daniel's idea is he's trying to do good. So I'm going to try to find a silver lining in this.
You owe him an
call.
apology.
No, I can't go that
He's
far.
not talking about aliens.
You know what? I kind of wish he was. Well, Daniel, I appreciate you calling. I appreciate you listening to me get mad at you. You're still not my favorite caller, but what the hell?
One texter says, how about 50
That's
million?
okay. I'm not anybody's favorite person, so that's okay. I understand.
Daniel, you're my favorite. Keep
are.
calling in.
Thank you, Migs. I hope you all have a wonderful day.
You too, man. Have a great one.
I feel like I heard his heart.
I heard it in his voice.
Well, you're the one that asked him if he had a girlfriend or anybody. I mean, you basically gave him the hey, buddy, what are you in the basement watching Star Trek?
No, that was not what I was. I was going to ask, are these the conversations you have with your significant other, and how do they go over?
There's no way anyone is having these conversations with him. That's which he was kind of like.
I wasn't expecting him to say no. I didn't know that.
I completely expected him to say
your attitude is what made him lose his smile.
Or the fact that he was questioning
feel?
about the fact that, nobody wants to be with me because I want to open up an easy lipo clinic.
Oh, dude, lots of bitches would want to get with him if they get free lipo.
Oh, is that what it is? Free lipo?
I betcha.
It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. Let's go to Josh.
They might not be the marrying type because they're just taking advantage of his generosity.
That's a good point. You
hookups.
You are a recognizer of great entrepreneurial ideas. Josh, what you got for us, buddy?
Well, I was hoping the greatest sport of all time, the weenie toss, was going to maybe happen this year, maybe Live Day. What do you think?
Well, we usually save that for Pain in the Grass, but the weenie toss, of course, is an outside activity where we basically take hot dogs and toss them, and whoever can catch them the best will win a nice trophy that we had made up.
Yeah, we did make championship belts and trophies,
and it was quite a success. The KISW or whatever it was, the BJ and Migs weenie toss.
Yeah, I don't know if we can pull off throwing weenies at people at the Snoqualmie Casino.
I have been actually on stage where that's happening.
It is prom night.
Little bun and weenie touching.
A little bun and weenie touching.
There we go. That's it. These are great calls. I think our call screener really ought to be featured at the next morning show convention.
You bring the weenies, Josh, I'll toss them your way.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Now watch, he's going to show up with a bag of brats.
I'll be happy, actually.
Hey, we got Justin in Ferndale. I suspect there's first of all, I don't even know if you can hear us in Ferndale.
What is happening today? Of course you can hear us in Ferndale.
I'm not sure. Can you? I mean, Ferndale's pretty far north.
You can, and I know Bellingham, you could still hear us in some places.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Sometimes you can hear us in Canada, BJ.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can hear us in the atmosphere.
What's up, Chilliwack?
All right, let's go to Justin in Ferndale. Justin, you're on the rock, sir.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Justin.
Funny enough, right where I'm at conflicts with the Canadian station.
I did not even hear a word he said.
Something about us conflicting with a Canadian station?
So sometimes there's a Canadian station that gets in the same,
Is it the Fox?
Yeah, so I kept listening on the Odyssey app.
Sometimes your phone is conflicting with my headphones because I can't hear a damn thing you're saying.
It's hard to hear you, Justin.
Justin, I'm going to put you on hold, try to fix what you got
Move
going on.
to a real city and call us back.
Yeah, I like that one. All right, how about Peyton in Polsbo? Peyton, you're on the rock. This is going to be Frank.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Good morning.
Oh, all right. What we got for us, Peyton?
Hey, so with summer kind of coming up to an end, moving into fall and winter, I was kind of curious. Do you guys have any holiday traditions or stuff like that you guys partake in?
Dude, no, it's crazy you bring this up because every year at the end of December, me and my family, we swap gifts. What? It's crazy.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is
really
weird. I told you that.
I never heard of anyone doing that before.
We call it Christmas.
All right, I'm going to, you know what, Peyton? Even though I am irritated at your very existence, I will allow you to tell me what is your favorite. What's that?
Yeah, on this call screen thing I'm looking, unless my vision's all messed up, which it is, but it says favorite holiday songs.
Have you not clued into the fact that the phone screener is an idiot? Have you not understood that? I don't pay attention to any of his notes.
AKA
it's my son.
Your son.
Yeah, I've lived with him for years. My son does nothing but want to troll us. So putting bad information on the screen about a caller who doesn't talk about what he says, that's right up my son's alley. Look at my son's smile on his face. He is having a blast at this abortion that he's calling a radio show right now.
This has been the greatest day of all time. We've gotten 40 callers.
Yeah, and 20 of them are Frank the Tank.
Right, because I say we don't have 40 listeners.
Okay. Peyton, I will humor you that this is something that's been on your mind of everything going on in the world. You want to jump to December. We haven't even touched fall yet.
No, man. It doesn't even have to be December. October, there's a little bit of fall traditions, like watching horror movies.
Like what, horror movies?
November,
okay. What do you look
got, like maybe some turkeys?
What do you like? Oh, maybe some turkey by
December.
November. You're right. There's a crazy. You might be right. I keep my fingers crossed. There might be some turkey. What is your favorite holiday tradition, Peyton?
Well, usually I just, kick back, have a brandy, and maybe listen to a little Dominic the Donkey.
Oh, is that what this is? So this is your guy?
God bless you, Peyton.
This is your guy? You're a douche. Seriously.
What?
Yeah, what?
I didn't know he was going to go down that road.
Sure you didn't.
I just felt it.
So you're stacking these calls too, huh?
No idea.
Oh, please.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I see holiday songs.
Dominic the Donkey, all of the blue.
I see holiday songs, and my first thought is...
Can we not play the most horrific song ever written?
Yo, you don't know how many families I meet. And when I meet them,
I don't even want to know how many families you meet.
And they say,
because it doesn't sound like that's the start of a good story, because I feel like people are going to be kidnapped.
And they come up to me and they say, Steve Migs, it's a pleasure to meet you. And I'm like, it is a pleasure to meet you as well. And they say, it's thanks to you that my daughter or my son or whoever it is in their family, his favorite or her favorite Christmas song is.
That's great. Go ahead and scar these poor children. That's fine.
This just happened 2 weeks ago.
I've heard about trauma, and these poor children are going to go to therapy having to deal with this stupid song.
I'm just saying.
Worst holiday song in the history of holiday songs.
Someone wants to know if you're on your period today.
Oh, yeah? Is that funny, Danny? Yeah? That's great. Hey, you know what? I think it's time to end this fine show. And
PJ's going to murder someone today.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you right now. My son he's dead to me right now.
This is the origin story of Gary Ridgway happening in front of us.
Yeah, sure is. Lovely, lovely day. Hey, here's a question that has nothing to do with aliens and holiday traditions and what you would do if you had $50 million sucking lipo. What do Ryan Castle and Stranger Things have in common? There you go. Let's do that. Yeah, I'm going to tell you all about this at 9:53 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and Stranger Things have in common?
Waffles.
Yeah, like your Eggos, baby.
Waffles.
Well, it's got to be Eggos, okay? Otherwise, sorry.
Just waffles would be Parks and Rec.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Yeah.
They both love Dominic the Donkey.
No, they don't.
Oh, yeah. Is it that time of year already?
No. We're getting there, man. We're going to get there.
This has nothing to do with Stranger Things. It's never been mentioned. No, there's no Dominic the Donkey.
Okay, fine.
All right. But you know what you can have is a taste of the Upside Down from Stranger Things with a new line of ice cream inspired by the Scoops Ahoy shop in season 3 where Steve and Robin worked. Which, by the way, I do want to go to Scoops Ahoy.
Yeah.
I wish it would. And I will buy any Scoops Ahoy product because I just love Stranger Things and love that whole season with those guys.
I don't even care about Stranger Things, but if it's ice cream that we're talking about, I'm in.
How about they got a flavor called the Void that has activated charcoal so that it's black in color? Ooh, I like that.
That'll make your poop black in color, too.
How sad is it that was the first thing I thought? I'm like, how's your bowel movement's going to be with that?
Yeah, how sad is
it's
it
like
that...
eating black licorice ice cream does the same thing.
How sad is it that we all knew that you two would go there? That's really the sadness.
We share urinals. We share the same brain.
I guarantee we're not the only ones.
Yeah,
at least 3 other people.
Yeah, that is also a sad thing.
The 2 people that are listening and Vicky.
Anyway, you want to buy this ice cream and not think about your poop? Go to Walmart. Okay. Ryan Castle has a 12-pack. He's next.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How much does bankruptcy cost?
Well, bankruptcy costs, of course, vary depending on what type of case you're filing. There's a certain amount of court costs and other out-of-pocket costs that you're going to have in any case. The filing fees in a bankruptcy case are about $300, whether you file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. One of the things to watch out for when you're shopping for bankruptcy attorneys or looking at the different cost options is that a lot of times, especially the really cheap places, don't tell you up upfront about all the court costs and whatnot that you're going to have to pay in addition to the attorney fees. So make sure that you get the full picture when you're comparing prices of bankruptcy lawyers on what the attorney fees are, how much your court costs are going to be, so that you can really make a true comparison.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.